I mean, we trashed your car.
We tried to stab you and murder you multiple times in high school, but it's fine.
We didn't mean nothing. Yeah.
I literally took a deuce on your front seat, but hey, all in good fun.
We'll pull the switchblade in shop class, but that's okay.
I'm trying to think what else that Alexandria Paul was in.
Hold on, we'll talk about that next.
Oh, sorry.
Unfortunately, we have to do this.
Oh, this shit.
Which is going to be...
This is a short episode.
There is nothing wrong with your podcast feed, but there is something wrong with your taste of podcasts. Unfortunately, now we are in control somehow.
Ow. Yeah, fuck. Yeah.
Anyway, do not attempt to turn off the podcast. Although you're fully capable of, we just really don't want you to. Welcome to LIW Anthology Series Review.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to that show. I'm Phoenix West.
Yep.
I was going to let you do it, too. I'm Adam Wilcox.
I'm Frank Links.
Dick, kid.
Oh, it's a chaotic mess every time. Anyway, today we watched Frank picked this, Rod Serling's Nightmare at Ground Zero. From the show
Suspense.
Suspense. The Large.
Brought to you by Autolite, the battery that saves you from bear attacks.
The Large.
Large. Every time he holds up, like the shadows made it look like he's holding up 14 fingers. Only 3 times a year.
That's how they get you. It's actually 14 times a year.
Yeah.
Lying bastards. I had an Autolite battery.
He's throwing up gang signs.
Was it stay full though? Or was it a regular?
No, what? I think that's like I got fucked in by the Stay Full. That's been out of business since 1962.
This episode debuted 1953. I have the.
You know, I got. Should I turn off my phone? I was going to look up how long Autolife was in business.
Well, let's look up.
Look it up. Yeah.
Autolife or Autolite?
They probably ended in a Ponzi scheme scandal.
Autolite is still in business. They sell spark plugs.
Well, they did build spark plugs in the 50s. We saw that Nazi propaganda film. Wow.
Autolite has been the official spark plug of NASCAR since 2000.
Hey, that's an N-word, Frank. You can't hear that word. No. NASCAR is disgusting.
On ICP, it's the N-word.
Hey, to be fair, have you seen any NASCAR driver get attacked by a bear? They work. The battery.
Well, there are. Who's a homo NASCAR driver? He's probably got attacked by a bear too.
Oh, a big bear.
Big bear.
I gotcha.
Ooh.
3 guys.
Play on words. Play on words.
There's 3.
3 times filled up.
No, there's 3 homosexual.
You only got to fill those guys with liquid 3 times a year.
So this was one of the weakest Rod Serling things I've ever seen.
It was very early. This is August 18th, 1953. This is when this episode debuted. Season 5, episode 43 of Suspense.
Now, do you think more suspense in the Autolite commercials that we watched?
Well, do you think this was like he's a writer for hire? The producers say, "Hey, we got an idea for a mannequin and a Ground Zero, go."
Well, you could tell Suspense used to be a radio show.
Oh, it is a radio show, yeah.
It went into TV, so it's this. I think this would work just fine on radio.
Yeah,
but watching it,
maybe
there's nothing.
I don't know. It just that it was a neat idea that they didn't do anything with. That's my thing.
That's all radio.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I do take that back. They do kill people in radio.
Yeah.
There's some dark episodes of radio that I've listened to. So there's been some good ones.
Knows.
Because I think I guess we're gonna start explaining what this episode's about.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdo who designs mannequins for Ground Zero houses in nuclear war testing.
And that's it.
That's it. That is the show. That's it.
The whole episode.
Good night, everybody.
He has a nagging cunt wife, even though he's more psychotic than anybody in the entire show.
How did she hook up with that guy? I have no idea.
It seems like he wants to fuck a mannequin, so he's willing to trade in her for the mannequin. And he's Andrew McCarthy, and he's just gonna.
I was just thinking that. I was trying to remember the name of the guy from Mannequin, and I would totally fuck a Mannequin if it turned into Kim Cattrall. I wouldn't even.
Not now, though.
No.
Kim Cattrall, 84, yes. Kim Cattrall, 2021, no.
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 I'd rather fuck an auto-like battery.
I wonder if she has an auto-light battery.
She probably did. Yeah, she probably is one. She puts one up there.
She's probably got a couple auto-light batteries in her closet, if you know what I mean. And I
But
think you
she,
do.
you know.
If you put a hole in that thing, you're gonna have to fill it more with liquid more than 3 times a year.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if you want to do that.
She's dry as an old spark plug.
That's what this was missing. It was missing the gay sidekick Hollywood guy. It was missing that. Yeah.
Well, no, that was the guy that made the mannequins.
Hollywood.
This episode has 2 main characters. One of them who is passed the fuck out the entire episode, and it has like a bunch of various military people. One of them is Pat Hingle. I didn't even see him because A, it's poor quality, and B, it's so early Pat Hingle that I probably didn't recognize him.
I think Pat Engel was the Biff Tannen guy that I pointed out.
The
I
one
think that was
any chance for the person on the phone to talk.
Yep,
Oh,
that
yeah,
was Pat Hingle.
Oh, I don't want to go there. No, I don't want to go. I'm like, how are they speaking?
This is Commissioner Gordon.
It has the whole entire episode has that fisheye look, like that because designed for that bowed out TV screen they used to have when the TVs first came out.
Now, is this a live episode where they shot it in one go, or is this an edited, made for television show?
There's nothing edited in this one, homie. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
If this was edited, there's no way. I'm Alfred Hitchcock if this was edited. Okay.
Suspense is one of the very first television anthology series debuting in 1949. It was adapted from the radio program and was broadcast live. It has live.
Oh, okay. All right. That seems to be the big. That was the thing with television, was always live in the 50s.
Yeah. And now it's novelty, like what Drew Carey did their show live.
Yeah. When they do Hook live or Peter Pan live or some fucking Disney musical
Christmas Story live.
Ugh.
Remember that? That was a thing. Yeah.
Ugh. See, that's when TV is really in danger of just not being TV anymore.
Hosted by Matthew Broderick.
Well, I just think it's funny that radio has come back into the mainstream because everybody listens to podcasts now.
Who makes
podcast?
Listens to podcasts?
Well, no, but I mean, podcast radio dramas are like a big thing now.
Yes.
You have television shows based on podcast dramas being made.
Fucking nerds on the internet.
It's insane. I mean, I don't understand these podcasts. I don't get it.
They like talk about movies from the 80s, and like everyone's supposed to care. Like
And they talk about like indie stock car racing. I heard that's a big one.
Any asshole with a camera and a USB mic can just make a podcast now. It's fucking crazy.
If they have StreamYard.
It's not stock car.
Slot
You
cars. Sorry.
man. Apologize.
Slot cars.
I said stock car. I didn't say slot cars. I said stock car.
Yeah, NASCAR is stock car.
Yeah. I mean, iCars. What do you call them? I-shaped? What was it? What's it
They're
called?
made by Apple. Apple iCar. Coming to a store near you.
You guys are going to record your program tonight?
IndyCar.
Indy. That's right. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I knew it started with an I.
iCar.
iCars.
You do a review of iCarly, right?
iCarly. This is a good show.
You know, half those girls are 18 now.
They're all legal.
I hate to break it to you. They were broken in when they were 13. It don't matter. You think they have a Disney show? They're clean? No.
Mickey Mouse is horny. Women real early.
I heard Miley Cyrus, when she was on that show, was doing cocaine on that show.
Go.
Absolutely.
I'd
I'd have to be on a Disney show.
Oh, absolutely. It was 100% true. Because I knew the videographer. The guy that got hired to follow her around for like a long time.
Oh, that
he would
guy's
say,
so
it was a Craigslist job, and he went for it and he got it, and that's what it was.
Everything
Yeah.
you say makes it creepier.
But he said
for now?
Every time she would do coke, everybody would do this. Like look away. They wouldn't look at her doing it. So it was like this open secret.
Well, she does the coke, and they're like, and they look over and they see her dad in the corner. They're like, no, continue. I would do too if my dad was.
You
Daddy,
saw that.
I want my
that
Coke.
mullet.
I want it now, Daddy.
Faruko, sweetheart, here's a 8-ball.
You
I
know,
want my coat now, Daddy.
crack is so much better than coke.
But it's not
cheaper.
It's not TV.
Yeah.
Frank.
Crack is gross. Crack is for
Crack
homeless
is too
people.
much Iowa, Illinois for
Yeah,
the
crack is
virus.
gross.
Crack
That's
is
ghetto.
crack is straight up Camden, son.
Start in Iowa.
It's all about opioids now. That's the fucking drug of choice.
Fuck yeah. Why you got them?
No.
Oh.
We told you no.
I don't know.
Oh,
is it
man.
weird?
I
Is it
stocked
weird
up
that ever
for that.
since I watched Wolf of Wall Street, I just want to do lewds just to know? That
Yeah,
it's
well,
really like
good luck
They don't
finding them.
exist
Yeah.
anymore, you old fuck.
That movie cracks me up.
They
It
have
made
to
me
be like-
want to do
oh.
drugs. That movie makes me want to do drugs.
Even though it's the most pathetic scene in the movie.
It's fucking
Yeah.
hilarious, though. It just
Yeah,
It's
I,
so
I,
good.
I know you're not
Not
supposed to
funny.
laugh, but I'm an asshole, and it makes me. laugh.
Don't call the fat.
No, you're
What?
absolutely supposed to laugh at that scene.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's
Fucking-
funny.
My mother tried to overdose off of lewds twice to abort me.
Now, here comes Honest Frank again. Honest Frank coming out to the party.
She told my wife this 20 minutes after we were married.
I tried to get rid of him 2 times.
Thanks for throwing that anchor around my
Three.
neck. Jesus Christ, I'm
Three.
sorry.
Great.
I just
Her-
wish your mother was more committed. Stick
She
to your
did-
fucking plans. Stick
She
to your
didn't
guns.
try hard enough.
Well, she did leave me at Tampa Airport for 18 hours, so I guess she got she
got-
succeeded.
You got stuck in that shithole, Tampa. Gross.
Yeah,
they just won a Super Bowl, my friend.
and
They're
it's
the number 1 city in the world right now.
They
And
lost
it's
the World
Stanley
Series, though.
Nobody cares.
Yep, and Adam.
Christine.
My mother was supposed to pick me up from the airport. My flight wasn't until 11:30 at night, and checkout was at 10. She was supposed to pick me up. We're supposed to spend the
Did
day
she
together.
live
You know what though, Frank? Honestly, at least they left you in a decent airport. They could have left you at O'Hare, homie, and you would have been way
True.
off worse. Yeah,
I have been stuck there before too, dude.
Tampa's a very nice airport.
Did
Dude.
your mom leave you in a house before it was going to be bombed by a nuclear explosion? Like
She
the show?
Well, she tried.
And she changed her mind like in the show?
Turns out they don't
No.
do that anymore.
No, she told me to stay, so I left because I was a rebel.
I was a rebel. She's trying to get rid of me 5 times. Then she finally just said stay, and I said, fuck you.
What would be
Why would-
the modern equivalent of this story where he gets her drunk and then he just leaves her at a frat house?
Drone attack. A drone strike. Like it's going to be a test on a new drone.
I'm thinking he just leaves her at a frat house and just whatever happens.
That's they did that already. That was a promising young woman. That's the movie.
I
The
would
new
say,
movie.
I say he was leaving an adult bookstore where they have.
He wanted
No,
to fuck mannequins, right?
I'm just saying, He could
Fuckingham
have
Palace.
he could have had a mannequin in one booth.
Did you say
over.
Fuckingham Palace?
Yeah, like
That's
he
from
had
Blade
to-
2.
he had the one mannequin in the one booth bent over with the hole in the wall. Then he went in the other booth and fucked the mannequin through the wall.
Well, that's the best line from the movie Spun, when Mickey Rourke is running into the away for the cops and he's in a porno shop and he goes, "Fucked in a porno shop." That's the best line of that movie.
Fuck
So
yeah!
I like the idea of them taking the mannequin and replacing it with his wife. They could have done something clever with that, but they didn't.
Well, he didn't do anything. It was
They
just
didn't
he
do
changed.
anything.
He changed his mind.
He told her that he's going to kill her,
Yeah.
and then he doesn't. And then they're holding hands at the end. I was so fucking confused. I'm like,
Dude, do you understand how many times I've told my wife I'm going to kill her?
It's just a good point. I
No,
think
but
Frank brings up a good idea.
That's like pulling the blade out of her stomach and being like, I was going to, I'll save your life. That's what this
Not
guy-
really. It's not like nothing
Well,
happened to
I mean,
her.
I-
I mean,
Because he showed up.
Look,
he drove her out of the blast area with plenty of time to spare.
look, that's why you have Ipecac on standby. You drug them almost to the brink of death, and then you make them throw it all up. And then you remind them who's the fucking charge.
This is called relationship
Carl.
rules with Frank.
Yeah,
Charles is in charge.
yeah. This is the, I can kill you at any time fucking lesson. So mind your P's and Q's, woman.
Do you think Rod Serling had this in mind when he wrote this episode, that we'd be 70 years later talking about it?
100%.
He's lucky we're talking about it because there's not much to talk about here. There really isn't.
No.
Rod really dropped the ball here.
Like I said, I think it had to be
I want to know how much of this was Rod
job.
and how much of this was the director producer deciding.
I think definitely.
Fuck that. We'll change the ending. He gets away at the end.
Yeah.
You know who it was? It was the sponsors in the fucking conference room after he wrote this.
It was probably Auto-Light.
It's basically everybody smoking around battery models and fucking
thumping their butts out in a distributor cap.
I don't want to get all like crazy, but batteries don't work that way. The way they showed the cartoon, they don't work that way. Like that's bullshit.
Maybe they did back then.
Are you telling me that Auto-Light lies?
Batteries have to have the on top of each other, not next to each other. Because
Auto-Light lied. People died.
From the cartoon, I just assume that there's a bunch of little miniature ants inside the battery that stay alive. That's why you have to keep dumping water in 3 times a year to feed the ants.
No,
it's an ant colony that makes it run.
Yeah, the reason
Seems
the water.
legit.
Yeah, the reason you need to add water is because it gets so hot it evaporates. So,
do you think? Here's a good question. Do you think the original version of the script before Auto-Light got their hands on it was he just left his wife there?
That would be more suspenseful.
No. I think it was she was a mannequin, and that's it was much weirder.
That's all I thought of.
But also, you two guys, and you're good at this because you're movie people more than I am. You figured out the plot in 13 seconds before it hit us. So when it does, there's not much surprise. And then when it does, the only surprise is that the ending was as intensely bad as it was.
Well, I think the reason I would say it is because Rod's written mannequin episodes before.
After hours.
At Twilight, so I mean, I was assuming
the one with the lady that goes out, like how the mannequins rotate out and become real once in a while. That was a way better script than this.
Well, I feel like this could have been the first step to that script.
Yeah,
where like the guy making the mannequins was actually a mannequin, and he's trying to save the mannequins from the nuclear explosion.
Rod is obviously terrified of mannequins.
Who isn't? Have you seen that shit?
No, Rod likes to create them to fuck them.
He's a big real doll guy.
Just him and Andy McCarthy.
Like that. Phoenix, would you like to? It was the end of season 1, wasn't it?
Here, look up Real Dolls and Rod Serling. See if there's a connection.
Right. Phoenix, right?
That was midway through season 1, I believe.
Was it? I thought it was more towards the end.
After Hours.
You know, they're only about $5,000. Those Real Dolls.
No, not the After Hours. It was the other one where
for a cheap one,
where he would create women.
It doesn't have a self-cleaning pussy.
That's the one with Keenan Wynn.
Yeah.
Yeah. After Hours was only 2 episodes before that, so we got 2 really creepy guys right in a row.
Yeah, exactly. Because I remember After Hours. That was about
self-cleaning pussy's a $200 add-on, right, Nick?
Probably, yeah. Shit, knowing those Japanese makers.
You racist.
Hey, I got 2 Japanese nephews. I can say what the fuck I want about the Japanese.
So, do you have a book about the Unit 571 just at the ready?
Unit 571? No. But I know the guys that were in it, and he told me a bunch of Bill Paxton stories, and they're fucking hilarious.
Oh, please tell me that sometime.
Oh, no, I was going to. Yeah, I'll tell you later.
What?
They're fucking funny. He told all kinds of Bill Paxton stories. He was great.
Okay. What about Harvey Keitel? Any good stories about him?
No. Harvey Keitel was old and sick.
Not you, 571, you loon.
Have any of you, speaking of Bill Paxton real quick, have you guys watched any of the Aliens, like the Aliens Blu-rays with the commentary?
Yeah,
When Bill Paxton is on there, it's the best. He is the funniest fucking guy in the commentary.
Yeah, it's one of the best commentaries I've heard.
He even says in there, this is the part where the movie sucks because I'm not in it no more. Yeah. He just straight up says
I fucking five, Adam.
Yeah. Shit, that's a good idea. I might do that tonight. I might watch that tonight.
Yeah.
I want to watch that now. I don't have it on Blu-ray or anything.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, God, yeah.
George.
The commentary, even with Cameron, is interesting, but I think the actor one is way better because they're having fun. They're just having a blast.
I'm not into that series though. I have no problem with it, but I watch it and I go, it's okay. It's good.
I don't want to listen to Cameron because even though I like some of the movies that he's done, he's such a douche, and he comes off like a douche. He just makes one. He just makes one go, "Shut up, fuck you! I'll slap you in the face." I can only listen to him so long. Like I
because he is a douche.
He is a douche. Yeah.
He's a douche.
Him and Michael Bay should really get together and just fuck each other.
I was surprised
that
they didn't do
they created Ryan Johnson.
You know, they always do the collector's editions of all the movies. You don't see them happen to the Cameron movies very often because he's such an asshole. So, the cast don't want to get back together and do anything with that guy because they hate him so much.
Well, that's why he always has the same cast. You know, it's
so
Michael Biehn,
the Abyss doesn't have a collector's edition where the cast gets back together and has a panel because all those people that were worked on that want nothing to do with it anymore. So, this is what we do when the TV shows are terrible. We just start talking about something else. Because,
like I said, I was talking to Adam earlier. As long as we review it, and at this point we've reviewed it, now we're going to talk about movies.
We can do some scores if you want.
We will. We're going to go back to it. But,
all right, cool.
But on Abyss, do you like Abyss?
I do.
Yeah, I do. I kind of like it. I do. I kind of like it.
Ed Harris.
In spite of how hard it was to make and how much trauma they put that cast through making it, I like it. I do. I like it.
Like, I've never seen somebody punch and beat the shit out of somebody before
CPR?
To bring them back to life. Yeah. Like, that's not CPR. That's anger.
Don't shoot the ground, man, you fucking
that is a cast trying to get out of a movie.
Fight, you cunt. You cunt. You fucking cunt. Fight.
Fuck you, Cameron.
Does anybody have a fucking bar?
That poor lady's just got her shirt hanging open. They're just beating on her.
Yeah, I know. And no titties. No titty shot.
Oh, they show the titty.
Did they
show the titty? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah. You're right, Adam. That's why
they show the titty.
So great.
It's just hard to watch because it's like she's looks so unconscious. It's almost believable. She might have actually been unconscious. Cameron probably went over there and gave her something to make her unconscious.
No, they waterboarded her.
Oh, I'm sure they did. Yeah, he probably did it himself.
I want to do something to you.
Did you hear what Cameron did to the alien cast in the first Alien when the alien?
Never mind that. Did you see what Cameron did to Linda Hamilton? Have you seen Linda Hamilton lately?
She's a man-hating lesbian.
Rough. She looks rough.
Well, she was great in T2.
Did you watch the new Terminator movie, the Dark Fate one?
I saw it.
She's a lesbian, hating men lesbian in that movie.
No,
it's ridiculous.
Not a lesbian, but she's
she can't create any more offspring because they seem to change the world.
But the thing is she looks
another man. It's another man.
She looks and sounds like she's been smoking at least 3 packs of Pall Malls.
Marlboro Red.
No, Virginia Slims. She's been smoking Virginia Slims since she walked off the T2 set.
Cowboy killers, bro. Marlboro
I just thought the funniest part was when fucking Edward Furlong got blown away by a shotgun.
She had so much promise.
All I'm saying is in the first one, when the thing popped out of his chest, right? Cameron didn't tell any of the cast what
that was Ridley Scott, but whatever. It's
whatever. Him.
Totally Alien got a collector's edition because people don't hate Ridley Scott near as much as he hates God. I mean, as much as he hates James Cameron. Sorry, I've screwed that up.
Ridley Scott hates God.
I enjoy Ridley Scott's movies. I like Prometheus. I like the other one. I did.
Hey, okay? I like Ridley Scott, but he's a dude. He's kind of a dick, but I kind of like him. I kind of like him.
Hannibal the other day.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm so bored. And then it gets to that last scene and where Ray Liotta's eating his own brain. And he's
that's the best part of the movie because it's so fucking stupid. Yeah.
Like, you could be my secretary. He's saying like super sexist stuff to her.
Did you ever read the book, Hannibal?
No.
Oh, it's so different. It's so worse.
The only other one that's
so much worse than the movie.
Red Dragon. I think's better. That one's I like that one.
Oh,
the Red Dragon's a good story. Yeah. It's a better story, but
Hannibal's is a fucking dumpster fire.
Thomas Harris went nuts. Like, he wrote a bunch of great books. He got to write the sequel to Silence of the Lambs. He made Hannibal Lecter this really wacky, out there fictional character, and he basically made Clarice at the end. She's with Hannibal. She's like a nut. She turns into the cult of Hannibal, and she's his lover. Like, they become lovers.
That's how the
Hello,
show The
Clarice.
Following goes.
It's nice
with
to
Kevin
fuck
Bacon.
you again.
Yeah, The Following did that too.
Yeah, that's what it's basically the Hannibal Lecter. Because that's why Jodie Foster was disgusted with Hannibal and said, "I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that movie again."
Hello,
and then
Clarice.
Anthony Hopkins was like, "How much money are you going to give me?"
Hello,
I'll
Clarice.
do it.
Can you please use less teeth?
Dr. Lecter.
I watched Hannibal, and then I watched Silence of the Lambs because I haven't seen that movie in 20 years.
Yeah,
Probably.
good. That's a good movie.
I like it.
Fuckers.
I don't get why there's so much love for that movie. It's really good, but it's not like amazing.
Well, it's the first of its kind. It's like
What I
every
think would
movie
be
since
more
then has been Silence of the
copies it.
Lambs. Yeah,
What I
it's been-
think would be more entertaining for you, Phoenix, is if you watch the behind the scenes of the making of Silence of the Lambs, because there was so much practical jokery on that fucking set, you'd never know it. You'd think they were making a comedy. Yeah, it's just like...
Yeah.
Well, you know who was originally supposed to be Hannibal Lecter?
Burt Reynolds.
Gene Hackman.
Oh, God, he would have been
Gene
good.
Hackman had the rights. He was going to do it, and he said, "You know what? It's too violent. I don't want to do it."
Good.
Pussy.
I'm glad he didn't because
Yeah,
Hawk
me too.
was great.
Michelle Pfeiffer was supposed to be Clarice.
He handed away the Oscar to
Anthony Hopkins.
Well, no one else would have played.
Hopkins.
Nobody could have done that role except for maybe Mads Mikkelsen.
And to be fair to Anthony Hopkins, if it wasn't for that movie and that character, I would give no shits about that man. I don't think he's that great of an actor outside of that role.
I like it. Anthony Hopkins is good. Anthony Hopkins is good. No, he's good. I've seen him in stuff. He's good.
Speed.
You got to watch Magic.
He's not Speed.
That's Dennis Hopper,
Dennis
Frank.
I always get
Go back to your slot car talk.
slot car. Ooh,
Frank,
shots fired.
Please start playing slot cars. And
I'm out of here. Fuck this podcast.
open wheel. That's
Yeah. Okay, that's
open
it. Yeah.
wheel.
Yeah. Okay.
the wheels are open. Here's a
The
question.
wheels are open.
Genuine question. Here's a genuine question.
Yes.
Why did this main character in this episode we watched today of Suspense just randomly go, "I'm going to save my wife"? There was no redemption. There was no conversation he had. There was no inner monologue or outer monologue.
I think actually Frank was right in describing that it was a typical, like when you're married for a long time, you have those days where you want to fucking kill your significant other, and he had a chance to do it and he changed his mind.
But they didn't show that. They didn't have him talking to a mannequin and be like, "Oh, what do you mean I shouldn't have done that, mannequin?" Oh, and he's crazy. So show me something. Instead, he just shows up at the house and gets her.
I should have let her live, mannequin. You're right.
There's many a times. I mean, she's still alive, so obviously
That was the moment that unraveled the whole thing for me. I'm like, well, if you're going to do something, you just...
That's why I'm not married. They're all dead.
My last 4 wives are no longer with us, and Drew Peterson's my hero. That's all I'm going to say.
Mouthy
And why-
cunts.
This episode reminds me of one of them cigarettes that Frank kept dropping in the last episode that we did. Like,
I broke 11.
It's a perfect cigarette. You could probably smoke it, maybe
Over
get
half
something
a
out of it, but he keeps breaking it, and then you can't do nothing with it. It's fucked at that point.
Every time I pulled it out, I'm like, what the fuck? I broke another one.
It's a broken cigarette. That's what this episode is. That's a one broken cigarette's like what, $50 now? It's like $50 a cigarette now. So, yeah.
That's why I just buy cigars now.
That's why I have my Nicoderm CQ at the pharmacy waiting for me.
Who's in the house, guys?
Is that door open? Oh, it wasn't mine.
I heard
I
a
didn't
door
see
close.
anybody. There's only 2 ways into this house. That's one. That's the other one.
I think it was Adam. Someone's in your room.
Who's next door?
Someone's in your office.
No.
Skin up. Or Grudge.
Yeah.
Before you. I was watching that before we started. That's what I'm thinking of it.
Why are you watching Grudge again? Did you just talk about how you hate that fucking movie?
Right?
Why are you watching Grudge again?
Too, and I'm like, who is this? And I'm like, oh, it's Amber Tamblyn. Then I started telling my girlfriend she's married to David Cross. And I'm like, I don't get that relationship at all.
You know that Amber Tamblyn's dad is somebody famous?
Is it Richard Tamblyn?
I don't remember. I think
Who's
it's
Richard Tamblyn.
I don't remember.
I have
Must not be that famous.
No, but he's an
him
actor.
up. I don't know.
Look him up because Amber Tamblyn's dad is somebody. I think he was in musicals. I think he's in West Side Story.
It's Russ Tamblyn. Oh, it's this
Russ
guy.
Tamblyn. Yeah. Yeah, he's a actor. That's why she's fucking an actor, because your dad is an actor.
It's this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, it's Lars Ulrich. Or, James Hetfield. Yeah.
Ah!
Look at this though. This is such a weird couple.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me ba.
I can't see this.
No, it's gross. That's gross.
That's very disturbing.
Wait. She said David Cross was rightfully accused of racism.
Free beer rides.
Yeah, because he was making fun of blue people in that show he was in. No, he was making.
Did you see that meme? That meme about the Blue Man Group where they hired their first black member, but no one could tell who the fuck it is.
Oh God,
because they're blue.
You're terrible.
I didn't do it. It was a meme. Someone did it for me.
Of course, you found it. You're probably subscribed to the person.
I was sent it. These things find me. I don't.
David Cross is one of my favorite stand-ups, so I have a David Cross bobblehead.
That's fucking funny right there. Yeah, he is pretty funny.
Limited edition. There's only like
10,000 of them. 1,000.
I mean, I'm not as like super crazy about Arrested Development as everybody else is, but he was easily the best part of Arrested Development.
I love Bob and Dave or the show. Mr. Show, yeah.
They came back with Bob and Dave on Netflix. It's okay.
It's okay.
His stand-up stuff is great.
That bit they did with the fat camp versus the monk camp. Remember that one, Mr. Show, where they have the relay race between the monk camp and the fat camp, which is like the high snooty camp. So they're the bad guys, and then there's a scene where they're doing a bike race, and David Cross puts candy bars off of the trail, and the fat kid's eating them, and always comes behind him and slits his throat.
If you ever seen the show, that's one of the first shows I loved. It came out when I was like 11, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
No, it's a funny show. I didn't get into it until years later. Yeah,
I love that, but I like UCB more. That's
UCB's good.
It's funnier for me. But
with what's her name?
Amy Poehler.
Amy Poehler. Did you ever think she was attractive?
Yeah, really. I liked her. Okay, I think she's funny and she's attractive.
I don't think she's attractive.
I don't think she's attractive.
She's attractive. She's not hot.
I loved Parks and Rec. I fucking love that show.
I watched 2 episodes of Park and Rec again, and I just can't do it. I'm like,
season 1 is not great. It gets better as the seasons progress.
Hearing, but it's so hard to get through season 1.
I did 20
season
something.
1 is rough. Yeah,
I've done 20 plus shows as an extra, and that was one of them. Parks and Recs.
What season though?
It's the one where they're trying to get the smallest national park made.
It's once they start bringing,
it's like the second to last season, I think, or last season.
Yeah,
that's when I got on there, and that was a cheap ass show. They didn't give us lunch. I was pissed. It was like a 4-hour day.
You can't afford lunch.
They didn't. Yeah, well, they did. They just didn't. It was a short day. It was just it was the town meeting scene. You know where they always have a town meeting. I was in the town meeting. I'm predominantly featured. You can see me.
Oh, yeah, nice. I'll look out for you. Okay.
It's funny.
Now I kind of want to watch it.
You gotta find. Yeah. You can see me. I'm there.
It's like Game of Thrones for me. This is my 3rd chance to get through season 1.
Yeah, I gave up on that one too, man.
Struggle.
Fucking hated it. Ugh.
And also, you can see me in Life if you watch Life. Remember that show, Life? I was in the. I was
2 movies named Life, but not the show.
No, the show. It didn't last very long. It was on for like 2 seasons. I spent 17-hour days in a church. We were doing a AA meeting scene, and I was one of the drunks with like 10 other extras. It was fun, but we got paid a lot. We were there for 17 fucking hours. It was a long day, and we had to come back the next day for another 12. So I got a nice check that week.
How many times do you have to say, I had to suck dick for beer?
We didn't say anything. We weren't allowed to talk. We were just in the background.
It's not drugs.
I saw that woman's pussy.
So Nightmare at Ground Zero.
Oh, right. Yeah. Pussy.
Rating. Adam, you want to go first out of 10?
4.
Yeah.
I concur. Dick?
4.
Frank, you only saw 10 minutes out of the 30 on time.
It was enough.
4.
Yeah. It's probably
4.
Just go along with the group because why not? All you missed was annoying characters after another coming in and saying shit.
Thank God it was only like 28 minutes. It was only
not the worst thing I've seen, but it is way below average. It's 4.
It was only 28 minutes with a fucking 10-minute commercial.
That commercial was the most fascinating part.
Yep.
Like what Adam said earlier.
Was entertaining.
More
yeah.
suspense in that than the actual episode.
Suspense.
There was more suspense.
Suspense.
than that we watched in that episode called Suspense. And if this is again, we've only seen one episode. I would imagine they're all kind of similar, where the radio plays, they turn into TV scripts. So we're kind of going to get these minimalist stories with a lot of talking. The fisheye bowl camera and the way they move up to the actors, it wasn't exactly perfected yet. Live TV. This is like the beginning of it, really. So it's nauseating sometimes when they would.
Yeah, the fisheye shit.
But I'm glad we're watching it because it makes us appreciate the art of filmmaking.
I agree. It's cool to see where your favorite artist started off.
Yeah.
You know that the first thing they make isn't going to just knock it out of the park necessarily. Yeah. So,
hey, going back to the other show we did yesterday, which is the LIW review, when we talked about patterns, the filmmaking of patterns is outstanding compared to the TV version.
Yeah,
it's awesome looking. Like whoever made that fucking nailed it, and it was the same guy that directed it. So he didn't.
So the TV guy that did the movie, so he kind of he upped his budget, and they gave him more room to move.
He knew all the beats. Yeah,
he didn't just take the easy way out, which is film a higher budget version of that. He shot it completely different. The acting did different. You could tell they had way more time to rehearse and practice. Yeah. And it paid off for me. That's why I like the movie more. But
well, you could do more than one take because Patterns was live. So that's a big help.
But I also kind of have a soft spot, even though I don't really like it. But I still like the idea of it, of live TV, because it's kind of like theater.
Yeah,
you get one shot.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah. But I think they would do it twice though, because they did it once for a New York audience. They would do it for actually maybe 4 times because of the different time zones. So they would do it like
twice.
Was it just twice? Okay.
Yeah, because Drew Carey show did twice as well. One for each.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. But because it's only a couple hours difference if you're going like central to
you can have your lunch break, or you can get your blow job from your Asian whore in the back of your trailer, and then you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Drew Carey was into that
shit.
That's what Drew Carey's into.
I saw Drew Carey yesterday or 2 days ago, Monday. I was in
in Arizona?
Therapy? No, I was in my physical therapy, and they're showing Price is Right up on the TV.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, he looks like the fucking Crypt Keeper now.
Yeah,
what happened to him?
I saw Drew Carey with a Chinese menu in his hand.
I never did Price is Right, but I did do Let's Make a Deal like 4 times.
I went and saw the Drew Carey show live when some friend visited when I was in LA.
I was on the Big Bang Theory too.
So this is kind of what Drew Carey looks like now, but he looked worse when I saw him.
Ooh. Is that Artie Lang?
No, it's Roger Ebert.
It's Roger Ebert after the cancer.
This is why I saw him. Isn't he starting to look sunken?
He looks like
Anderson Cooper.
No, he looks like Phil Donahue.
Shit, yeah, look with the beard. He looks like David Letterman.
Okay, here we go.
The one with the microphone.
Randy Quaid here.
Oh, no, Letterman. Letterman looks like that now.
No, look at his eyes. That's Randy Quaid.
I'm a $1 billion industry.
All he needs is that little knit hat.
Is that his wife?
Oh.
That looked like the flat earther idiot that built a rocket in his backyard and died trying to take off.
Now that I see a better version, you're right, Adam. He does have a David Letterman look.
Yeah, he's looking like Letterman right there.
I like
Is that his
Letterman
wife?
Retired, he goes, fuck it.
Every girl's crazy about a sharp dressed man.
He was engaged to this lady.
And then she killed herself, I think.
Fuck that up.
Oh, this is the one that killed herself.
That's right, yeah.
This is his first girlfriend.
Say what you will.
That's actually his boyfriend in drag.
He also did Sarah Palin and Tony Hawk here, apparently. But when I saw them live, Ryan Stiles was the only person who came out in the audience and talked to us. That guy was fucking awesome.
Wow.
He's pretty funny.
Well, I guess Dietrich Bader did it as well. But they were both.
Well, Drew Carey's a super nice guy because I know when we used to work at the ArcLight, he would tip everybody money. So he was a nice guy. He had probably something going on. I'm sure he'd be nice and talk to the audience. He just was probably tired or something.
Well, he has a lot of ability. He was a producer at that point.
Yeah.
But I remember I watched the director leave the studio, and I kind of watched him. I'm like, and he drives off in like a fucking like $500,000 car. I go, that makes sense.
Oh shit! When I was on the Big Bang Theory, they had everybody parked in front of the house or the studio. It was every Tesla, like every state of the art Tesla or what's another nice car, Frank? Give me a tie-in.
Fiero.
Maserati.
Yeah, Maseratis. There's 2 of those. Bentley. I mean, they had even the fucking like lame-o co-stars had the greatest car I've ever seen. It was like, holy shit.
Martin.
These guys were rolling in the dough.
I would love an Aston Martin.
Oh. You know how easy it is to be a TV show director over live TV? It is so fucking easy.
It is. I saw how they do it. It's like, wow.
The cameraman does all the work. The camera guys do all the work. It's already pre-lit, and they show up and they control the cameras, and the director just goes, "Oh, one more take. We'll joke around this time." And Jim Carrey, and then would Ryan Stiles would come up with something fucking hilarious every single time.
No,
he's one of the funniest people for me. But yeah, it was fun. Definitely go see a TV show that you like live, because it is fun and it's free. Why not?
Yeah, really.
Why not?
Don't go see a show you hate live because it'll depress you.
I would not see Big Bang Theory live.
I was there, and it was fucking depressing how everybody was laughing. I was like, oh my god, the world's over.
I liked Big Bang Theory up to a point, and then I didn't like it anymore.
My point is past the opening credits, and then I'm done. I hated Jim Parsons.
Mine was when Wallowitz went to space. That was the jump the shark moment. After that, it was all fucking dog shit. Yeah.
Do you know who did our opening? The guy that did the comedy beforehand? Sorry, Frank. One more second.
No, sir.
Black.
Oh.
I like Michael Ian Black.
He's all right. Yeah, he's all right. I take it back. I'm sorry.
He's sardonic. I love him.
He's all right. Yeah, he's pretty good. I like him.
Frank, what were you saying?
Nothing. I forgot. Yeah, I was right.
Sorry.
I was just going off of what somebody else said.
Sorry.
Slucker.
No, I totally forget.
I want to kill my wife.
Well, that's given. But not lately.
That Super Mario poster is only up because you punched the wall because you got mad at it.
It's a load-bearing wall or poster.
Yeah, there's no wall behind that.
My grandparents had something like that. They had a sign on a door, and they would never move. It was like the ugliest fucking sign I've ever seen. It looked like some kind of like circus art or some shit. And I found out later, long after we moved out of that house, the reason that sign was nailed to the door is because when my mom used to live there, she made my grandparents so mad that my grandma punched a hole through the fucking door, so they just put a sign over top of it to cover it up.
Was the sign an advertisement for domestic abuse hotline?
It may as well have been. It was like it looked like a kind of like a clown, but he looked like he was angry. Like it was crazy.
It was a clown doing the hang in there thing.
Yeah, they had like this fucking circus art. It was terrifying.
Pennywise from It hanging
may as
in
well
there.
Have been. Yeah,
John Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy.
It looked like kind of like a character from the Collective Soul album cover. Looked like that.
That's something worth watching. Is the serial killer interviews right before they get executed, because they always say the same thing. I didn't do it.
Yo, that's where Nike got their logo from, by the way.
Well, it's just John Wayne Gacy is like, oh, there was bodies in your crawl space. There's 50 bodies in your crawl space. They were planted. I didn't put them there. They were planted. I didn't do it. It's like, what? You dummy.
Well, maybe because they're like, I want to get out. I'm going to get out. Like,
well, sure, yeah. You're
out.
done. You're getting the needle, bro. It's over.
They got the Nike logo from what, Frank?
One of the death row inmates that were about to get electrocuted at Sing Sing. You know how they give the last words or whatever.
He said, "Just do it."
He said, "Let's just do it." Or
he said, not the logo, because the logo is just a fucking check mark.
Just
did he do that though? Did he do that?
No.
The logo looks kind of like a turd. Yeah.
No, the logo has been like that forever. But
swoosh.
This was back in like 80s, like the early 80s, and they were looking for like a logo, and it was "just do it," you know, and it was basically the last word. Yeah.
I don't believe the story at all.
No.
Look it up.
Let's look it up. Let's find out. Let's get to the bottom of this lie.
Nah, it's not.
It's an urban legend.
Well, okay.
Hold on. Okay, fuck you. I don't want to subscribe to go. Okay, the sinister story. It's cut off here. Inspired by Utah spree killer Gary ... In 1970s Utah. Before Gilmore was executed in 1977 by a firing squad, he uttered the word "just do" or "let's do it."
Yeah, it's not just do it. That's let's do it.
Yeah,
They heard that.
Nike altered it slightly, but that's great.
Well, it's no worse than VW's backstory.
Now,
Be Nazis.
everybody can apologize to me now.
I'm sorry, Frank.
No, I still think it's a lie. I still think it's
sorry.
It's not. I think
sorry.
So many guys that said "let's do it," or like Bo Jackson probably said it.
That's the one apparently that they saw. And
Wow. The Nike has always been fucking psychotic.
Yeah.
VW and Fanta are like the Nazi ones.
Yeah.
Well, VW is way before the Nazis, and Fanta was something made that because Coke refused to give them the Coke recipe. So
the coolest thing Fanta ever did is when they had this campaign back in like the early 2000s where they just had like random TV shows or something that were like in Hindu, and you could type in the captions, and you could like put your own captions for whatever the fuck you wanted to. And I had so much fun with that shit for about a week. We just coming up with the craziest bullshit you could possibly think of.
Because they had that commercial where if you played it, it sounded like Hindi, and if you played it backward, it said like drink Fanta or something like that.
Yeah. So you could score.
Fanta sucks. It's not good. I've had it. It's gross.
But that commercial made a really cool.
We're
thing
all
that
white.
We played with for a while.
Want to Fanta? Don't you want to Fanta?
No, but even fucking it's corn syrup. It's shit. Like it's all shit.
So is Faygo Red Pop.
Shit.
Some people still fucking drink it.
Which one?
Not me. Faygo Red Pop.
I've never heard of that.
They brought it back for the anniversary, and they were like, we shouldn't really glorify this since it was only made because of the Nazi rule. So, but hey, they still did it.
Faygo. There's a Faygo flavor I like, and I don't know what the fuck it is.
Is it related to Insane Clown Posse?
No, I did grow up in Michigan, and I liked Faygo, but it was this one particular flavor.
Never heard of it. We never had that here.
Now, what you guys are missing out on
Rockin' Red. That's what it's called, Rockin' Red.
Back into 80s, like around late 80s, they had Canfield's Diet Chocolate Fudge Soda. That was pretty good shit.
Oh, my God.
Christ, Faygo, look at this.
Clear Pepsi. Hell yeah.
They brought that back.
Look how many flavors they have.
I've never heard of this brand.
And they all cost about 79 cents. Yeah.
Rockin' Rye. Okay, it's called Rockin' Rye.
Jesus.
They probably all taste good if you pour some rum in there or something.
Faygo. Okay.
There's mine.
What's this one?
Yeah, it was. Now, if you go up one and over to the right, that's mine. And one more.
Nope. I don't know any of this. Is so. This is a world I will never understand.
I have Faygo Orange.
Faygo Moon Mist. That's what I need to try.
The only sodas that exist in my world are Coke and Pepsi.
Well, that's what I was saying. This is diet. That's what I was pointing out. What do you think this tastes like? I can't imagine.
Diet Mountain Dew.
Piss green or cum as Frank drinks it.
with tobacco stain. Blech.
That was weird.
Just a pinch of cigarette ash.
Yeah. So that's the episode of Suspense we watched. Don't watch it. It's not worth it, even though Rod Serling wrote it. Didn't care for it. I didn't hate it, though. It kept my interest somewhat. Hey, Leo Red.
Leo!
What's up, Leo? It wasn't good. It had no character development other than, now I don't want to kill her. Okay, I'm here now. And they drove away and the bomb went off. And
the end.
The Coke guy. Hey, we're out.
Yeah.
Kane?
What's up, brother?
Cocaine. I get it.
Oh, fucking Kane.
Yeah, this episode is not fun. It was free. At the very least, it was free.
Yeah, it would have sucked if I would have rented this.
Yeah.
I'd have been angry.
Story-wise,
if I rented this for 23 cents, I'd be angry.
There's nothing to enjoy. The actors suck. The directing sucked.
The story
the writing
sucks.
sucked.
Yep.
It doesn't feel like a Rod Serling script. It felt like something
The music was painful, as you pointed out while we were watching it. The music
that could be the transfer, though. That could be as a victim of that, because when you transfer from one to another, because this is clearly like a VHS transfer of a re-airing they did in Tron.
This editing was terrible.
Didn't we figure out yesterday from that one video that we watched that most of these were shot in 16 millimeter and they're really hard to restore? Something like that.
It's bad.
Is that the idea?
I don't know if they 16 millimeter back then, though.
I read something about it. It was one of those ones that I watched yesterday. They said they used to shoot it in 16 millimeter.
Well, I think the only reason we have radio shows in existence today is because they recorded them to be sent across the sea for the soldiers in World War II. Yeah. So I guess that's the only reason we have radio in existence today, because they would have gotten rid of all of them because they just didn't care. Nobody gave a shit.
The shows they didn't want to send overseas or anything like that, or didn't want to air on the other coast, they didn't want to do shows live. Those shows they didn't do.
Yeah.
One of my jobs when I was in the Navy is I used to do Armed Forces Radio. So Armed Forces Radio is not much different from what you see in Good Morning Vietnam, where they give you a script, and you read it in a certain cadence, and you read only that, and then you play what they tell you to play. That's it. So I can't say it was an exciting job, other than I got to mess around with a lot of little gizmos and gadgets, and
Were you the Bruno Kirby of that?
No. I was the guy that Adrian Cronauer relieved, in the morning. So
you're the twins. Were you the twins in that movie? Remember that?
No, not
I don't like Barry Levinson movies. So let's stop talking about
it. Hey, I love that movie.
That was the real Cronauer, whatever it's called. What was his name?
Adrian Cronauer.
He wasn't like that at all.
No.
The real guy was nowhere near that.
I've watched all the extras on the Blu-ray. So the only thing true about that movie is that I was in Vietnam for a little while.
Yeah, that's it.
That's about it. Yeah.
Complete lies.
And he said the Good Morning Vietnam part was...
You didn't like Sleepers?
He was putting his contacts on. He would say, Good Morning Vietnam. That was it.
Do you like you like Sleepers?
I was joking about Levinson. I never seen that, but I do love Sleepers. Sleepers
okay.
They kill a guy with a hot dog cart.
My dad likes that one.
Come on. Yeah. Sleepers is awesome.
Sleepers is good.
Kevin Bacon molest like baby Patrick.
I made a man out of you guys. What?
I thought you meant the Woody Allen Sleepers.
Sleepers. Yeah, I saw that. That was a great movie.
Sleepers is good.
I thought you were talking about the Woody Allen Sleepers.
It's in my top 100. Sleepers.
Sleepers is good. Yeah, I like Sleepers. What other Barry Levinson movies are there?
Diner.
I like it nice and slow.
Bandits. Bandits is a Barry Levinson movie.
Bandits. Oh,
Bandits with Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis and Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, one of his lesser.
Kate Blanchett.
One of his lesser movies.
Yeah, Barry Levinson. He also did Rain Man.
That's good.
The Natural.
That's good.
He did.
Natural's pretty good.
Watching the Rain Man got me into counting cards.
He did Bugsy. Toys.
Bugsy's okay. Toys is fucking a disaster.
Disclosure.
Disclosure's actually not bad.
I saw Toys in a movie theater.
Frank and I talk about Sphere a lot.
Sphere's different.
He did.
That was a mess of a fucking movie, Sphere. Yeah, the true story on that one.
I love Sphere. Sphere was a great movie.
Yeah, but Sphere cost like $500 million. It never made its money back because they spent way too much on it.
I don't care. I liked it.
That's good for you, Frank, but you're gonna have to pay for it 500 million more times.
Well, at least I went to go see it in the movie theater, so I did my part.
You were the only one.
It's kind of like a mortgage. Once it goes upside down, you don't own the house anymore. You know,
you know what movie he did? I want to watch. It's called You Don't Know.
But it was good. None the same.
It's good
with Al Pacino.
That one's very good.
Kevorkian killed a woman in my very, very small town of like 2,300 people, and he was sentenced there in Ionia, Michigan. He was in the courtroom there, and I'm like, this guy doesn't deserve. Like, I'm a huge Kevorkian advocate, and so he's in my town, and I'm like, how the fuck is this happening?
Do we really need a Kevorkian now with the internet age?
What? Put yourself on the internet.
I'm so confused.
What do you think Kevorkian did?
I don't know what's going on.
He killed people with the internet.
Kevorkian would set up a system to where they would, kill them. They would be able to kill themselves, painlessly and everything.
Yeah, he would set everything up, and then you push
he never pushed a button or anything. They did.
Well, Dick, do you remember my film school project was about euthanasia? Like, it's a real big topic for me. But how would the internet help, Frank?
Because you can go on the internet and say, "What's the best way to kill myself painlessly?"
No,
and
they can't go
there.
on. It's people that can't do that. How are they going to do that? That's the point.
If Stephen Hawking could do it with his cheek, I think they could do it.
Stephen Hawking can do a lot of things with his cheek. He fucked his nurse.
He had 3 kids with his cheek.
They don't want to be the instrument of their own death. So they have someone set it up. All they do is push a button. It's kind of says like.
Well, they do that now. I mean, nowadays, it's a little more lax because my family friend had terminal cancer, and now
don't leave Adam.
They give you the hospitals give you a suicide pill now, so you have a way out. So it's pretty lax now.
Honestly, what they should do is
you don't need a Kevorkian anymore.
Time out. Dick, what?
Yeah, no.
What now?
In California, if you want to opt out, if you have terminal cancer and you're in a lot of pain, they will give you a suicide pill. You just take it, and it'll put you to sleep, and you don't wake up.
I've never.
That's what my buddy, my family friend opted to do that.
That is such bull. That's
who
not.
gives the pill out? Bigfoot?
That cannot be true.
Sasquatch?
That is so unethical, and no doctor would ever do that.
It's not unethical.
Well, no, it is because the Hippocratic Oath. They can't do harm.
They didn't. They gave it to him just in case he wanted to do it. They didn't do anything.
That's still.
Hold on. I'm not going against you, Dick. I want to look into this because I'm curious.
Yeah, they did. They give that option to you.
The End of Life Option Act closely follows the model of the organ death with dignity and some modifications.
Well, I mean, I get the no resuscitation clause, but that's one thing. But I mean,
DNR.
Oh, I've known people who put their parents on the DNR list and took them out.
Yeah, I mean, like I was asked, do you want your father?
I'm with Adam here. Let's get
well, play this way. My father was being kept alive on just the iron lung and the heart, whatever. And they were like, "Do you want to keep him on here, or do you want us to turn all the machines off and he'll just die?" And I remember him.
Adam.
Well, and I remember him telling me if I'm ever like in that position, please pull the plug. I don't want to live like that.
Gross. Still gross. Who is that, Adam?
That's Katie Sackhoff. Don't you tell me she's gross. So I'll fucking fight you.
She's a pixie. She's a fucking pixie.
I've heard the name Katie Sackhoff. I have no idea who that is.
She played Starbuck in Battlestar Galactica. And
she's Bo-Katan now. She's Bo-Katan in The Mandalorian.
I don't give a shit.
She's Bo-Katan. That's Basketball Diaries was getting his blowjob.
No,
Wolf of Wall Street.
Fucking Wolf of Wall Street.
I know.
One of the best scenes in the movie, man. I don't know. Between that and them doing the canon thing with the fucking midgets was pretty fucking funny too.
Let's get out of here because that got real weird at the end.
No shit.
Nightmare Ground Zero.
You should have taken her suicide pill on that one.
No, thank you. Episode. Not the worst thing I've ever watched, obviously. Last week, we had nothing to fucking say, right, guys? Except Adam.
Oh, my God.
At least we had something to talk about.
The Hammer one? I
wasn't here last week. So
the fucking Hammer episode? Oh, my God. You missed that one.
Twice as long, Adam.
Yeah.
A third of the story.
I'm not sorry I missed it.
But it's had the hottie from Hot Shots.
We had nothing to say.
I would have found something. I would have found something.
No,
maybe you're right. Maybe not. Maybe
was that the one where we were so bored we live streamed Adam's live stream?
Yes, it is.
Thanks for the extra viewership, by the way. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Leo Red.
For 10 minutes.
Watch a little bit of this episode. Type in the YouTube Suspense Nightmare Ground Zero. Watch some of that. That's what we talked about.
Yeah.
And Leo, if you want to hang around, we're talking about Christine in a few minutes here.
Yeah.
Stephen King's
Hold on.
Christine.
Yes. Podcast listeners, switch over to LIW John Carpenter Review. We're going to talk about Christine. Stephen King's, like Frank was saying, Stephen King's, John Carpenter's Christine. I'm amazed Stephen King. Oh, we'll talk about that later. Okay. Until
Christine, the strawberry girl.
That's a name. Adam.
I'm Adam Wilcox.
Dick.
No, I'm Frank Williams.
Clockwise. Every time we're going to go clockwise. Okay.
We'll forget.
We're good, right?
Well, last time I went clockwise, Frank interrupted me, so I was doing it wrong.
I'm so used to
Stop
saying,
being pissy, Adam.
Frankus, interrupt us.
As you interrupt him.
I'm just so used to saying it after he says it. It's just like
we'll put him up there so he's happier.
Well, technically, it should be.
There you go.
I don't like that.
Well, this is how we do it for this show.
Oh, is it? I forget.
Yeah, because I do it in the order of like who's like the host. Who's the host? Like, I'm the host, and then we got Dick on here because you guys in the bottom row don't always make it.
Right.
Adam, and then Frank has been on for a few weeks now.
I'm the permanent guest host.
You're the co-host.
Yeah.
You just don't bring it to the table.
No, nothing at all.
I had nothing to do with this.
He's your silent partner.
This thing, you know.
I take 40% of everything.
Hold on, Frank. What?
I said I had nothing to do with this podcast existing. I just enjoy joining it to do it because it's fun.
I kind of go into who joined it first, even though it should be this way. Then.
Yeah, so I don't feel like I'm part of the top host of this show. It's you know what I mean. But all I'm saying is, whenever I hear Phoenix say what he says, because he says it every time, it's just for almost 5 years I've said it right after him.
For 264 episodes, or 252 at this point. But
so I'm sorry, Adam. I didn't mean to.
So let's get.
I should be apologizing to you.
Let's get John Carpenter out of the way. In that case, it would be this. Because Adam and I started talking about John Carpenter and how I should do it. I was like, I want to do a John Carpenter show with Adam first.
Fair enough. So when are you and I going to have a talk?
I wanted another 15 seconds of silence.
No, I just want to know when me and you are going to have a little chat.
Hey, after John Carpenter, we're doing John Frankenheimer. So whoever wants to be on that.
I got this thing I got to do.
I
got that thing with Tootie. Yeah.
You're going to like the movies.
I love John Frankenheimer so fucking much.
Tootie!
I have seconds here. I had the B and the M right here.
I gotta meet Tootie.
Not because he does bowel
do that thing.
But.
See, like I do make fun of Phoenix with the Frankenheimer thing all the time, but like I'm a secret like Frankenheimer freak too.
Even the bad movies are gonna be fun because he did movies like Ghost of Mars. But
I think the only one I own is Island Dr. Moreau on DVD.
Oh, by the way, Phoenix, I have like 3 or 4 SD cards like of.
I thought you were gonna say STDs.
No, like one's 512, the other one's 256, and then I got a bunch of 64.
Put a little penis on your PB hole, you'll be fine.
Okay, send them out tomorrow, and they'll get them.
Yeah, like I tried to send them out earlier, but I missed the.
We'll talk after the actual podcast here and between shows.
We're still live. Sorry.
No, real quick. Adam, we are down to. Let's see here. On your side, Island of Dr. Moreau beat Life Force.
Fuck.
I don't know how.
That's fucking sacrilege.
Beat Alien 2.
That's some troll bullshit.
Who beat Alien 2?
Alien 2.
What?
Not Aliens. Alien 2 on Earth. On my side,
it's
Alien
not what you think
LA,
it is, trust me.
Oh, okay.
Alien from LA and Sleepaway Camp 2. So those are our 4 movies that we got left.
Alien 2, Alien on Earth is a shameless knockoff of Alien that has nothing to do with Alien.
Italian knockoff.
Yeah,
Far be it for me to think
it's another one of many Italian horror knockoffs of better films. Yeah.
We lost Dick. We lost our Dick. He's doing a smug, like he's waiting for a portrait, like he's Mussolini.
He's probably a big fan of Mussolini. I'm just
all right.
guessing.
Let's stop this and we'll get over to the other show. So long,
Gaddafi. Yes.
So what kind of haircut would you like? I think bald.
Bye. Shut up. 10 seconds of silence. Oh, this is nice. You guys should be quiet forever. All right.
10 seconds of silence. You didn't stop making a sound.
That was a joke.
I figured, like
take your suicide pill.
Does it have the California state flag engraved on it?
It might actually have it.
That cannot be real.
I swear to God, that's how he died. He went out that way.
Possible.
He did it. They gave it to him. It's
Or
mercy.
In jail because of that.
Nope, not in California.
Oh, let's go back live. Sorry.
Are we live?
And the podcast is back. I stopped recording and we're back.
Yay!
The drawing for next week.
Oh, I got to pee.
Oh, shit.
It's Adam's pick today, so he's going to get stuck with whatever. So
Fuck.
Frank, go and pee.
I'm going to go pee.
You don't have to talk. Yeah, just go and pee. Let's see here. Shuffle. Frank, no.
I'm just
Adam.
trying.
Frank, shut up. Adam, tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Don't pretend you can read that.
And tell me when to click. Oh, here, let me go full screen. Boop, bloop.
Still can't read that.
It'll pop up with the winner. Tell me when to
Yeah,
click.
I definitely can't read it. Click.
Here we go. This is what you get to choose from.
Tales from the Crypt.
Craft. Oh, the same show we did for patterns.
Well,
Oh,
patterns
okay.
is good. So we
That's
might
good.
there might be some hope there. I will definitely look into that.
Screenshot. I will send you what I have.
Okay.
Only certain episodes you can find, obviously, because it's from the fucking 50s.
I'll do a little research. It'd be my pleasure.
Exit full screen. Yeah, I will let you know. But that's what we're going to choose from. Adam's going to choose an episode from that show. Same thing every week, people. I am going to do an episode tomorrow of New Tales from the Crypt to make up for last week because we barely talked. So I'm going to do that by myself or whoever wants to join me in the morning.
Which one are you watching?
It's a cartoon episode called
my God.
Unpopular Mechanics.
Oh, my God.
Whoever's free in the morning, if you want to join, great. If not,
What time are you doing in the morning?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
I don't know. Whenever I get around to it.
Just message me. I might be home. I don't think I'm doing much tomorrow.
Chat, but yeah, that's I'm gonna do that, and then so this will be episode 35, something like that. No, 36 for Craft Television Theater. The people who are bringing their mac and cheese are bringing you a TV show.
Craft dinner. The staple of any good Canadian diet. Craft dinner.
Bye. For real. All right. I almost forgot about that. Damn.
Wet ass pussy.
Guess my song's my art. Wet ass pussy.
Adam, you know what I do have on here?
What's
Is a show I haven't done in a while. I am going to discuss.
What is that?
I do a show where I explain
a song.
And one of them is Cardi B's WAP. That's my next one.
Shit. Nice.
I haven't done that show.
You're going to do a whole show on that, huh?
You know what I want to do? I want to do a show. That talks about soundtracks.
That'd be cool.
But I'm like, how do you do that? Because they're going to copyright strike you because
you can't do the song, but you can explain the song and talk about the song.
That's what I like.
10 seconds or less.
I would love to do like a Casey Kasem. Here's the song, listen to it, and then talk about it, and then that'll be the episode. I don't know.
40.
This is a great song.
Impression I am. I'm sorry.
The Crow.
I told everyone.
This was a song that was number 5 on the charts in 1984.
It's the Go-Go's.
The Go-Go's. Our lips are sealed. Just talking about their
Walk
pussy.
like any Jew shit.
And first, it's the Buckinghams, a kind of a drag.
What's that from? I know that.
Hot Shots Part 2.
That's right. Yeah. That was what's his name from
Charlie Sheen.
No, but that was John Cryer. John Cryer did that. No, John Cryer is in Hot Shots.
In the first Hot Shots, he's not
First
in Hot
Hot
Shots,
Shots,
Part 2.
It's Hot Shots Part 2. Is that where he goes to kind of a drag?
Part 2 is like now the Buckinghams with kind of a drag, and he passes out.
They had they made a they were celibate like their fathers. And their
Am
fathers
I the only one that thinks that Part 2 is funnier than the first fucking Hot Shots?
Oh, I think everyone thinks Hot Shots Part 2 is funnier than the first one.
I fucking laughed my ass off through that. Just little shit. He's like, no, if I was joking, I'd say horse walks into a bar and the bartender says, "Why the long face?" I fucking love shit like that.
I heard that. I was like, no, that sucked.
Jesus.
I'm kidding.
Only those guys can make bad jokes funny. Like on what is it? Fucking Loaded Weapon Part 1. And Whoopi Goldberg says, "I'll be at the Squealers Motel in about half an hour." Squealers Motel. There you go. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that one all the way through.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
I haven't seen it in so
There's
long.
a lot of really good fucking jokes in that movie.
Fatal Instinct, is that the same guys or
That I think
Yes.
might be the same guys. Yeah.
Same guys that did Hot Shots.
Their brand of humor was like my favorite. None of them are as funny as Airplane. That's like the best of all of them. But the other ones, they try.
Naked Gun, Top Secret,
Top
they're
Secret,
good.
Yeah, Top Secret's good.
Just because it's like what,
All
like what
Naked Guns were good. Even
because
third was good.
they would actually have. It wasn't like modern day spoofs where it's just like, oh, they show a trailer and they spoof the trailer. They actually have a story.
Right.
With the beginning, middle, and end, but with jokes interlaced in the movie.
They'd have the jokes, but they'd have real actors playing it straight, which is what makes it fucking funny.
They had an underwater fight scene in Top Secret.
It's great. They put
like how the fuck that's a lot of work to do something like that.
Val Kilmer was so sexy in that. I mean,
absolutely.
Yep.
Not as sexy as he was in The Ghost in the Darkness.
Well,
because he loves Africa.
Because sometimes you just gotta go pigging.
Pigging?
Well, yeah. Wasn't he? Didn't he gain like 100 pounds for that?
Oh no! No, he was thin in that. I think he gained weight for maybe.
I know he gained weight for one of them, didn't he? Or did
he probably gained weight just naturally?
I was gonna say, or did he just become a fat slob?
He just became a fat slob like in the last 20 years of his life.
He was pretty bloated in that fucking MacGruber movie.
Yeah,
he looked like somebody pumped him full of helium before he.
That was like the last movie he had where he had his voice still.
I don't care what Phoenix says. That movie sucks. I don't like MacGruber.
It's awesome.
I wanted to like it, and I didn't like it.
MacGruber.
I've never seen it.
MacGruber.
They could have done a lot with it. They just didn't.
Yeah. MacGruber ass. Oh,
is Braveheart in your top 100, Phoenix?
It shouldn't be.
It's toward the end, I think.
Yeah, I like it. I wouldn't put it in the top. I think it's serviceable.
It's so historically inaccurate.
Well, I don't care about that. JFK is in my top 10. That's the most historically inaccurate movie ever made. But I love JFK.
JFK is great. I like
JFK is a great movie.
That's one of two movies that I actually like Kevin Costner in. Yeah. He's great in that. He's great in that. He's great in The Untouchables. Everything else.
I do have a question about JFK because I've never seen it like fully straight through. What? Yeah, I know. My point is, did they follow the story of the status quo story, or did
no? It's all it is it's about the conspiracy that there was other gunmen instead of
basically JFK is the government did it, the mafia did it, the Cubans did it,
dude.
Everybody
if they wanted to take him out, they should have done it 2 years earlier because he fucked up a lot of shit in Cuba.
Well, that'll make it popular, Frank.
You know who did it? You know who did it? It was Lee Harvey Oswald did it because I was there. I saw it happen. It was one guy. It's no conspiracy.
You were on the grassy knoll.
I got video. I've been there. I went there last year.
I have no idea who did it.
You were eating a hero sandwich and you heard a pop, followed by another pop. Yeah.
I said, "Hi, Mr. President."
All I'm saying is he already brought us to the brink of nuclear war through Cuba. Why would they assassinate him after he already did it?
Well, here's the problem with the JFK conspiracy theories. There's a wonderful program called like JFK Unedited, where it took all of the news programs, like the news footage of that era. They're talking to Zapruder the day after the assassination. They had the Zapruder film literally within minutes of the assassination. He gave it to him because he said, "I got it on tape. I saw it, and we're going to use it for historical reasons." So if there was a conspiracy, they would have destroyed Zapruder right away because that was the evidence that basically said everything about. You muted Frank, didn't you?
Didn't it take a week to develop that shit?
Thanks, Dick.
No, he knew he got it. He knew he got it.
Name, you cock.
Huh?
I don't want to be too mean to Frank.
I saw Frank doing this. So I thought it was funny to mute you as you were outraged. Did you mute him?
He looked like he's ready to receive the money shot.
No, nobody heard me say anything.
No, you didn't actually speak when we were doing it. You would have, but Dick over had to ruin it.
Sorry.
How about you get a hat?
Doesn't sound sincere.
What does your hat say, Frank?
Is that a wig?
Ooh, my hair?
Yeah.
Oh, the only one without a hat on. Okay.
Yeah.
It's called a podcasting hat.
Well, yeah. People who wear toupees, they love to show it off. Look, I got hair, motherfucker.
I never looked good in hats, so I never wore them.
Exactly.
I don't have a hat.
Plenty of hair, so I got a hat on. You know?
I don't wear hats.
I have 4 hats at the ready.
Yeah,
I don't have any.
I have 3.
It's the headphones. The headphones.
Oh, Phoenix, would you like me to put this one?
It is way more comfortable to wear a hat with the headphones.
Frank's done.
Bye, Felicia.
It really is, Adam. Adam, it really is. That's the only. It's
what is on your hat, Adam? What is Venom? Oh, Dick, you're not muted. I'm gonna mute him. Dick, you're muted now. You can hear me. You're talking to the ghost in your kitchen. We're gonna go live in a minute here.
You mean his bedroom that has a fridge in it?
His depressing as fuck little house. Seriously, he's like Anne Franking away in this little kitchen, and I feel like if the owners of the house come home, he has to hide behind the fridge.
Actually, every time I look at him, I keep thinking like, the walls are moving. Don't just stand there. Try and brace it with something. Like a fucking garbage compactor.
I would put a sheet up or something to make it look like I wasn't in my kitchen.
Can I ask a favor from you guys?
What's up?
Can you help me find the Gary Busey classic Hider in the House from 1980?
Oh,
whatever year.
Wait, what was it called?
It's the most haunting story I've ever heard in my life. I don't know what to say to that, Dick. I just don't know what to say to that.
I don't have a hat.
You just have a pug mask?
Yeah, that's all I got in the house.
But it's the most haunting story ever because the plot is Gary Busey is living in the walls and this lady moves in.
That
sounds like a true story.
Is terrifying on a lot of levels.
I want this movie to do in B&B. I need a physical copy, and I cannot find it. Even on Pirate Bay, I can't find the movie. Look at this. Look at this. This is haunting as shit.
What is Pirate Bay?
History.
Is Pirate Bay where you get a whole lot of free stuff?
Oh yeah.
Hider in the House. What a clever title.
1989. But he lives in the
wall. That's Hider in the House. That's actually the Gary Busey story, right? Like the Gary Busey biography.
I just hope it shows Mickey Rogers topless.
Him and Randy Quaid live in your walls, and you never sleep again. That's the plot of the movie.
Did you ever see Lethal Weapon? I was in that.
Yeah.
Remember in a Predator 2 when I got cut in half and only my bottom half fell down? What was up with
I
that?
defied gravity.
I did one good movie. I did the Buddy Holly story, and then I do shit out.
No,
I was nominated for an Oscar.
He also did Drop Zone. Sir.
That's a great movie.
Yep.
Sir.
Yep. He was. Oh, he was a working cokehead at that point.
He was full on Gary fucking Busey at that point, and his son was full on.
He
Gary
did
Busey.
Under Siege.
I always thought his son was Fido Dido, like the model for Fido Dido.
Under Siege is good. Under Siege 2, way better.
I agree.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is in Under Siege, he wasn't the crazy one. Fucking what's his face was.
Katherine Heigl before she was a massive.
No, Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
He was out of his fucking mind.
Well, Tommy Lee Jones is one of the biggest assholes in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh, he let it shine in Under Siege.
I don't know how him. I was telling my girlfriend we were watching No Country for Old Men. I'm like, they're in 2 movies together? How is Woody Harrelson and Tommy Lee Jones in 2 movies? They could not be more different. Those 2 guys.
They're not in, but they don't share the scenes in that movie.
But
Woody Harrelson is a national treasure, sir.
Yes, I agree. But Woody Harrelson and is super right wing pothead dude, and then and Tommy Lee Jones is super right wing and super a huge cock to everybody he's ever worked with.
Tommy Lee Jones isn't right wing.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Is there an aircraft about to crash into
I
somebody?
know, it sounds like it's a fucking B-52 bomber.
Oh, I
outside
forgot
my
to tell
window.
you, I'm in one of those houses that blow up.
It's Dick. It's a
Probably.
Dick, run to the bathroom.
All right, guys, let's
Cover
get going.
yourself with a mattress.
Let's start LIW John Carpenter review. Oh, we have 4 people now. Who wants to do drums? Frank, drums?
Oh.
No, in mouth. We're doing acapella.
Oh.
Not yet. Drums, not. We're not doing.
It's
We're not
beatbox.
in the streets of Baltimore. We're not doing a fucking beatboxing song.
I mean, I can get a drum.
Who wants to do bass? Adam or Dick here?
Okay.
Dick, you get the guitar.
Boom, 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 boom.
Frank
That,
can't think of
that sounded nothing like a John Carpenter soundtrack.
Didn't have to. It's a theme song because I don't have one for the show, and I never.
Okay,
I
that's
never have
fine.
a theme song. This is what we're doing now. I decided 2 weeks ago.
That's fine.
I kept you guys in perfect rhythm and harmony. Good job.
Everybody, you did okay. Yeah,
It was because of me.
Remember, I used to do air bass all the time.
I'm such an asshole.
I was just copying Gypsy from MST.
Every time I do air dart, Phoenix,
Pretty much, I was just following off. I'm sorry.
air bass.
Yeah.
I was just following off of Adam, and I just went with him.
Hey, it's Fan Albert.
Boom, chick, boom, boom, boom.
Now I'm gonna sing a song or two.
Well, I gotta admit,
Bill's gonna show you a thing or two.
this is the first movie that doesn't have a John Carpenter heavy soundtrack. Honestly,
Typical blues riff. Yeah, you're right.
John Carpenter's music in this movie was phenomenal.
It's
No,
in
but
it, but yeah, it's not
the
dominated by-
opening credits is the sound of an engine, which I thought was really cool.
Yep,
I like
it's,
that.
It's oldies. Yeah.
We're talking about Christine today from 1983 for episode 4 of LIW John Carpenter Review. I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Adam Wilcox.
Dick ticket.
Frank Legs.
You guys still fucked it up. Clockwise. How does the clock work, guys? Does it go whoop, 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 randomly over there?
It does.
Yeah, see, Phoenix would be 11, Adam would be 2, I'd be 5, and Dick would be like 7-ish.
You know what's playing on my TV in the background right now? Blade Trinity.
Oh, God.
Fuck yeah, mine too.
The worst.
Ooh, it's not good.
Up here.
We're talking about Christine today, guys.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Adam
Good
picked-
movie.
Oh, Frank picked this, actually. I think it's because it stars a do-do-do-do. And that's why we did that.
There
Frank
was no fighter jet in this movie.
No. That's my. Anytime you mention any sort of vehicle or vehicle from you're from Teja, I'm gonna do the do noise
Okay, fair enough.
because why not? In the last episode, you brought out your IndyCar thing and you're showing it. I said do. I haven't done that in a year. That's my making fun of Frank noise, showing his little toys out, going do.
I have so many more toys, but I just don't have them here. Just you gotta give me some.
But you look like a little kid when you pull out. It's got a V8. You can see it and look in there. Adam got some Chips Ahoy over there, apparently. What do
You
have?
lucky son of a bitch. Is anybody else having problem downloading Big Sur on their laptop or their MacBook? Am I the only one?
Big
Freaking
Sur?
Mac.
Gay dating site? For
No,
larger
it's,
gay men?
it's the name of the new fucking operating system.
No, it's called Big Sur or Big Surf.
Big Sur, like the tallest mountain in the world.
Okay, that makes more sense because all the other ones are mountains.
Leave it till Apple to come up with some
Yeah.
dumb shit for
Yeah,
their
well,
fucking
oh,
operating
okay.
system.
It's not the tallest mountain in the world. It's the hardest mountain to climb in the world. No one has ever done it in history.
I don't
Sur.
have my Apple on today. As you notice, my Apple is my background computer, just there for logos, and I didn't even bother today. Because why? I don't want to turn it on.
You never know; it might become self-aware and fucking try to murder everybody in
Do you
your
want?
household.
Do you want to sell it?
Does anybody want to do the introduction to the movie, like base broad strokes? Well, I do this. Frank, you chose it. Go right ahead.
Okay, so basically, the broad strokes to this movie is you got the biggest dork in freaking high school, right? Just starting freshman, is his first day as a freshman. He's got his
They're
yoga.
seniors.
No, they're not.
They're seniors. I just watched it like
They're
an hour
seniors.
before
They talk
this.
about when they're going to go to college next year.
They're starting senior year. Yeah.
Remember, he goes, "We should go to the next college next year."
It's the first day of school.
Okay.
That girl that you think are attractive, but I don't.
They're talking about fucking. They're seniors.
Oh, the chick he went after was a freshman.
No, sophomore.
No, sophomore. It's a line of dialogue. Hold on. Pause, everybody. I'm reminded of the movie Patterns last night. When's the last time you watched Christine, Frank? Is it more than a year ago?
Last night.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Honesty filter on, Frank.
I can show you my rental agreement.
Okay. No, that's fine. If you're
Amazon
last
Prime.
night,
It was Amazon Prime. I watched it last night while I was building the David Gilmour guitar that I sold.
I just have to put the filter on if it's Frank watching the movie. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, I seen it last night. Seriously.
Okay. So continue with the broad strokes.
It's about a clown that eats kids every 37 years.
27.
Derailed.
All right, Frank, continue.
Right on. So there's a captain, a number 2, and then a guy with a thing going like this way, and then there's an android, and they fly around. Wrong movie.
Christine.
My bad.
No,
Christine and Star Wars are so close together.
No, yeah, I get it.
Star Trek, I mean. Yeah.
We're talking about, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, basically you got, for some reason, the most popular fucker in school drives around the least popular fucker in school. They're best friends, but they just happen to be best friends since like they were like 2.
It feels like a charity case.
No, it felt like they were like really close from a long.
They have nothing in common. It's a charity case.
No, I think he genuinely likes him though.
He does.
He drives Cunningham around so that he doesn't have to feel like a complete asshole. That's what
but I would say he's actually a decent guy.
I knew people like that in high school. They would have one charity case just so they could feel better about themselves. That's what this guy is.
I was that guy, and
I didn't need a charity case because I was the homecoming king in my fucking high school.
I did need a charity case because I remember this like really cool guy would always hang out with me, and so, why would I need a charity case in that case? Because I had him. So.
I made sure I always had the drugs, so then I was the cool guy.
Exactly.
I was the popular guy.
Does anybody still think of high school at all in their 30s?
I have so many dreams of high school friends where I'm like, I haven't talked to that guy in
That's not true, by the way. I didn't sell drugs. Okay?
I have dreams where I'm like, I'm still going for math class sometimes, and I hate them. It's like, oh, I need to do my fucking homework. I gotta do my homework.
No, it's that dream where you know that you were supposed to turn something in. And you forgot to do it. That fucking horror, like, oh, that's due today. Oh, yeah, fuck.
Because that happens to me every day.
That has never happened to me, but it happens in my dreams.
I was a horrible student. I was terrible.
Yeah, like I didn't do 90% of homework.
I didn't. No, when I was in high school, I did 40% of anything.
But yeah, you forgot the whole opening sequence though of them opening up on the factory floor in 1950s. Yeah,
57.
Now,
57.
I related to this because
bad to the bone, bad to the bone.
And he's like, God damn, she's red and shit. All the rest are white, but she's red and shit. So he gets in there with his cigar. He sits on the plastic and he ashes on. Go ahead.
I hate George Thorogood so much.
Yes,
it's a very overplayed song for sure.
2 whiskeys.
The guitar is terrible.
Fuck that guy. Anyway, Frank, continue. Ashes.
The guitar.
He believes in you.
I said I hate him. I don't care if he believes in me.
It doesn't matter. That's the go-to.
You're just mad because you're not as cool as George Thorogood.
I saw George Thorogood on a show with Rob Zombie on VH1.
Oh, there you go. That explains everything.
Where they talked about like music, and he didn't understand the topics because it was like, who's the craziest guy in like, they're talking about like a psychotic, but he was going off like, no, these cats were bad, man. They played in this hot bar. Like he said the Beatles were bad because they would play in like really hot bars in the
Negro
60s.
Lounge.
Well, yeah, that's what he was.
They played in tuxedos,
and he didn't understand that the joke was no. Who's like crazy in the music industry? Who's like nuts? Who's like scary crazy? And he's like, no, man, these cats could play. And he's like, no, George, you don't understand the question that we're asking. No, bro, those cats were hot.
They could play.
He just wouldn't stop. He wouldn't stop.
The guy who's not the guy from Silence of the Lambs, not Barney, who looks just like
I thought I was Craig Robinson for a minute there.
Anyway, continue, Frank. He ashes in the car.
Yep.
right? He ashes in the car, and Christine don't like that, and neither does my father, because me and him,
It has to get to a story, doesn't it?
we threw down for 10 minutes. It was all over an
Does
act
it have to be a story?
of a cigar.
It has to be an anecdote.
Was it your cigar or his cigar?
It was his cigar.
Oh, well, then why is he mad? Because he did it.
Well, because he used to bitch at me for my ashes for my cigarette.
All right, it's time for us to make good Stephen King faces.
Anyway, all I'm saying is I related to it because Christine had every right to do that to him.
I'm Stephen King, and I'm a fucking nut job.
I'm brand new. I'm not even out the factory, and you're ashing your nasty ass.
I think I've read. How many Stephen King books have you read? Okay, everybody around this quad. How many Stephen books have you read?
I think 3 or 4.
I'm about 10, 12, 15, 20 probably.
Really?
Well, I've read all of the Gunslinger books. That's 7.
You didn't actually read the Langoliers, have you?
It's amazing how much he actually looks like Pennywise.
Langoliers is a short story, though.
I read Regulators. I read Desperation. I've read It.
Langoliers?
I didn't read Langoliers because it sucks.
Pet Cemetery, The Shining.
I read The Shining, Misery. His book on writing is actually really good. His book on writing is actually worth reading, I think.
I read different seasons because Shawshank's in that.
Yeah, Shawshank's in that one, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to read The Mist. I haven't read The Mist yet.
Okay.
That's one I want to read for sure. But I've read a ton of Stephen King, and I can tell you he is fucking overrated.
If you read H.P. Lovecraft, you don't need to read The Mist.
I started to read some book, and I go, he's been describing the color red on this pillow for 3.5 pages.
He does that, yeah. He'll go off on a tangent of a third party viewing what's happening in the book. Like
cocaine will do that to you.
It's like a flight attendant on the plane looking at what's going on. She goes, I don't understand what's going on with that fellow in seat 2A. I need to go home and have coffee.
It seems like you would love to read this because it is all the fuck over the place.
It is.
I read
focus on it.
Well, I read Dreamcatcher.
Oof. Ooh.
Isn't that a short story as well?
That movie is hilarious to watch, though. It's so bad.
I really love the movie.
You love Dreamcatcher?
Plus, it has Timothy Olyphant in it.
I honestly, I've never seen the movie.
He's in the new season of Mandalorian. I was like, hey!
Oh, he's great. He's great in Mandalorian. He's great.
Fuck yeah.
He's a skinny, aged-looking Boba Fett.
Oh, shit.
He has Boba Fett's armor.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
But they show him, and I go, who? He sounds familiar. And I watch, and I'm like, and he puts off a mask, and I go, that makes sense. And I was like, oh, he's so skinny.
He's a skinny man. He's from my town.
Is he still sexy?
He's from Modesto.
Definitely.
Oh,
he's a hot man.
Thank God.
His wife is equally skinny. They used to come to the museum all the time. He's an artsy guy.
Fuck her. Moving on.
Adam's face is right. Christine.
Sorry.
I'm not allowed to turn my camera off.
Just moving on. All right. So they get picked up in a very nice, I believe it was a GTO, or was it a Challenger?
It's a Plymouth.
It was a Charger then?
It's a Plymouth Fury.
No, it wasn't. It was a.
Which car are you talking about?
Move your head, Adam and show him the car.
It was Arnie's friend.
Oh, Arnie's friend.
I think it was in a Mustang.
No,
that was a Challenger.
Yeah, that was a Challenger. It was a Dodge.
That car was definitely a Challenger. I'm not a car guy. I know that.
It was definitely a Mopar. I know that much.
It was Mopar because I learned in the IMDb trivia what Mopar stands for, and I go because my friend has always been obsessed with that. His dad used to build he had a Demon. He had a Demon.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's what Mopar stands. It stands for motor parts, just like the first part of each word. Got it.
Mopar.
So Mo parts, Mopar.
That's so blatantly
I know
simple.
that today.
I never knew that actually.
Yeah. This is IMDb trivia for you. Anyway,
I cannot believe I found out what Mopar means from you.
Right? A guy who knows zero about cars.
Sounds like he just threw you a big old chunk of shade just now, Phoenix.
No.
Right. He's right.
No, I'm shocked because I'm the one that's supposed to know that shit.
He's a car guy. I drive whatever the fuck I can get my
I literally drive 19 hours one way to Washington.
I drive old lady cars. I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
I'm the same. I don't care about cars. I'm from Michigan. I worked in a car part factory and I fucking hated it. And I hate cars. And
you were like Eminem?
No, fuck Eminem.
No, he was like the black guy from Christine. He sat in a car.
There was a black guy in Christine.
Yeah, in the beginning, who dies.
He died.
Yeah, he dies right away. And he don't last long. He's dead.
He continues the trope of the first dead is black.
But you forgot about the guy that got his hand smashed by the hood.
No, he wasn't black. Look,
he was white.
He's right here.
That guy.
Who's that?
Yeah,
that's the guy. Yeah,
he survived. See,
yeah.
It was the funniest part of the movie for me, so I took that as my think guy. It was so funny because it was.
No. That's not the funniest part. I'm not going to tell you the funniest part until we get to that point. I'll tell you the funniest part.
So at any rate,
Arnie interrupt Frank.
Arnie jumps into this beautiful blue Challenger that his buddies got, and they're rumbling down the road. It sounds great. I'm not going to lie. It definitely had a 450 dual pumper on that thing. That's for sure. So anyway, they get to school. They talk about, he told Arnie, don't be such a fag. He's like, okay, I won't. So he turns out to be, getting picked on by Pork Chops McGillicuddy with long hair. And
I love Gina Carano.
Yep, and winds up cutting his yogurt, that bastard. And then, not for nothing, but his boy with the Challenger fucks him up pretty good. I thought he did well. He handled himself well. Anyway, so after that, they're on the way back. Arnie's all like, oh, I'm just I'm just a piece of garbage, and his jock perfect guy, can beat anybody's ass. Friend is like, nah, man, just believe in yourself and things will come true and yada yada bullshit.
I have an answer for you, Frank. Sorry to interrupt. I told everyone to interrupt.
Go ahead.
1960 Chevy Bel Air he drives.
And don't forget, this movie's taking place in 1978, so it's actually a period film.
Yeah, it's not a 50s, 80s movie.
Yeah, no, that's what Arnie drives.
Nope.
Yes.
Yeah, is that what we're talking about?
That is not a Bel Air. That is a Challenger. I believe it's a Roadrunner.
No, look at the car. Once you look at the frame of the car, you can tell it's not
the Bel Air is the red car.
No.
Christine is a Bel Air.
It's not a 60, but this is a Plymouth Belvedere, also a Plymouth Fury. So they didn't have any Furies because they're the reason Stephen King chose the Furies because it's like nobody bought it, but so they used Belvederes instead. His car, Arnie's car, or sorry, the car that a friend picks him up in is the one I just mentioned, which I already forgot the name of.
It was the Bel Air, really?
Yeah.
No shit.
But look, if you look at the side of the car,
like right here,
it's not a Challenger. Look.
Can I just say that Arnie's
You're right.
mom's
Look
a
at
cut?
the rear.
Yeah,
you're right. The rear is
once you actually see it from the front, it looks like a Challenger back in that day.
Yeah, the front was like the front screams Challenger at me.
But look at this window. It's clear.
Yeah, that's terrible. The rear
anyway.
Weird. By the way, that gray Camaro that Pork Chops McGillicuddy had, that was a 67 Camaro because he had the little smoke windshield or the little smoke window in the side door. And only 67s had that.
There's that bitch. Out of all these cars, only this one exists anymore. The Malibu.
They trashed a lot of cars.
The Maverick doesn't exist. The what is this?
I had a Maverick.
Ford Katina doesn't exist.
My first car was a Ford Maverick. Yeah.
But they believe in you.
Anyway, Frank, continue from where you were.
Okay, so on the way home from Arnie getting his ass kicked, he just somehow sees this rusted pile of shit through the fucking woods and yells, "Stop, stop, go back," because nothing screams, "I want that," than tetanus. So he stops, goes back, and walks up to this gigantic piece of shit, with a guy that had a whole lot of straps with his metal back brace from the 60s on. And I was wondering, I wonder if that works.
You look like he had a straight jacket on.
But he looked comfortable, didn't he? It looked like his back was supported.
That guy was fantastic because when I first saw this movie, I was much younger, and that guy scared the shit out of me.
Great
he's
character.
The scariest guy in the movie for sure.
Yeah, he's a good character actor.
It was because of the straps in the front, I think.
Yeah,
and
he
dirty.
looked like he was about ready to jump out of an airplane. Yeah.
Yeah, but then he turns around, he's got this metal thing, and it's like, oh, it's a back brace.
Yeah, he probably. Christine, there's probably a whole story behind.
Yes,
Christine probably tried to kill him and
just
barely escaped. And John Carpenter's cool like that, though. He can tell you stories without telling you stories, like just little visual clues and shit. You can just kind of infer in your mind that shit probably started way over here, and we don't really need to focus on that because it's going to take you away from the main story. He's good at that shit.
All he says in the beginning is that his brother is dead. And then later you find out the brother killed himself in the car after his wife and his daughter died in that car.
Yeah.
In the Stephen King novel, I guess, I was reading, that is what starts the Christine thing. There's no factory thing. There's nobody dying in the factory. That's what starts this weird curse of the car.
The director actually, Carpenter actually put that factory thing.
Directed this.
Yeah, he put that in the cold opening with that.
So Carpenter didn't
it's cool,
give it. So Carpenter didn't give the car a motive of why it was the way it was.
Well, the thing is the novel wasn't finished while this movie was being made. It was being worked on. So
this was the first time Stephen King sold a book before it was finished, I think.
Yeah.
Because he was in such high demand at this point.
He was in high demand, and Carpenter was desperately looking for redemption, so it just seemed like the smart thing to do at the time.
From what movie, though? What was the one that was a failure for?
The Thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it was a commercial disaster. Which
go
figure that one out.
Number one favorite horror movie of all time is The Thing, and it's
Escape from New York, and then The Thing, and then you're like, I spent a lot of money on those. Oh shit!
The Thing came out at the wrong time.
Absolutely. Most Carpenter movies do.
E.T. blew it the fuck out of the water.
Yeah. After E.T., nobody wanted to see it.
It's hard to not be able to sympathize with people choosing E.T. over The Thing. I mean,
I don't like E.T. that much.
No, it's not as rewatchable as The Thing. The Thing has layers. E.T. is a wide appeal movie, So
you just described exactly how I view movies.
The Thing is fucking terrifying. Well, that's why I hope you don't think that I only go for tentpole movies because. No. Most of the Carpenter movies are not tentpole movies. Most of them, like the only one that really is Halloween. Everything else has been medium.
Well, no.
In fact, if you look up Christine right now, it's below a 7 on IMDb on the rating score.
That doesn't mean anything.
No real good movies anymore.
No, because they told John Carpenter that his biggest hit was going to be Big Trouble in Little China, and it ended up being a mediocre success. If ever.
Well, the studio fucked him hard on that one too. Yeah.
So
they could have promoted that one way better.
Because every time you hear the interviews with him when he talks about that movie, he goes, "Everybody told us, oh my God, this is going to be the biggest movie of the year. How does it make you feel?" And John Carpenter was just like, "I don't know, nothing. It's probably going to fail." Yeah. So he knew better.
Very outside of the mainstream, but anyway, yeah. So back to the cars. Yeah.
Okay, so vroom. So he buys the car. Somehow he drives it back to his house. I don't know how. His mom was
Cock? What?
Cock.
Okay, Andy Frank.
I hate his mom. I hate his mother in this movie. She's such a bitch.
He chokes his father out.
I love that. That's the best part of the movie.
He chokes his father out at the stairwell.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Doesn't he call her a cunt?
I thought you said
No, he chokes his father out. It was like a little. It looks like young Charlie Manson or something.
He did call his mother a cunt.
Or he calls her a whore or something.
I guess
calls his girlfriend a cunt. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's super geeky. He's got the tape in his glasses, and by the time he owns Christine, he's just like super cool greaser.
He is Elvis Presley.
He goes from that to this.
But do you think that transformation is a little forced?
Yes.
No. Yeah. I mean, it's the way I look at it, it's not actually explained this way, but I look at this movie is like a possession story without actually drawing attention to the possession. The car possesses Arnie for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Arnie has a void in his life, and the car fills the void, and the love affair begins right there. So.
I'm not going to lie, right? When I was in high school and I had my 68 Camaro and it was finally restored, I did feel like I was better than everyone else.
You weren't.
No, I know. However, I did get my wife from it.
It needed to be said.
Hey, the 68 Camaro worked. I got my wife out of it.
Well, that's sweet.
Did the car make her, or did you just take her in the car?
No, she didn't know me.
The car tried to kill her. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, she knew the car. She didn't know me.
I mean, it's two things. It's possession. It's also anybody you've ever known. Because you've known people that have had cars that are compensating for something else. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. Anybody who owns a Mercedes
has a little dick. Or no dick at all. Yeah.
Because the hood is like half the car.
You got chickpeas for testicles. Just say it. It's
Yeah.
I do not.
And Porsche.
I don't have one. I have a Mercedes.
Men who know they have gigantic hot mules.
Leia Red, get on that. You got to watch it. I'm sorry.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Watch it. No, it's not that good.
If you want to be cool, you got to watch it.
You got to watch it.
I would say you got to watch it at least once. It's not great, but it's not.
Adam doesn't like Coen Brothers, so his
I don't get the Coen Brothers.
He can't speak.
Doesn't work for me.
But it's like people watch Wes Anderson movies. I don't really chime in because I just don't give a shit. So
right, that's how I am with the Coen Brothers stuff.
Yeah, Coen Brothers are amazing. Watch The Big Lebowski.
But yeah, the point is the car is transforming him, and he's transforming because of the car. There's like a symbiotic relationship between the two. Yeah, they're bonded.
They are in lockstep. Yeah.
But yeah,
do you think the car waits until somebody falls in love with
it's cool because and this is perfect. Like we've talked about this many times. Phoenix and I, 50s, 80s. This is like the perfect blend of 50s, 80s because it's like he's becoming like this 50s. They used to call them hoods back then, I guess. Like outsiders, hoods, rough
Hold on, you
or
just
something
excited
like that.
Dick over there. He got really excited when he said hoods.
Yeah, when he said hood, I thought he would.
Yeah. Calm down, Dick.
But he's where his clothes look kind of like 50s, but they would also probably fit in late 78 too as well. So
these are all jokes, by the way, people. So
absolutely.
Don't get too offended.
But yeah, he stops wearing the glasses. The thing I like about him is the shit that he does with his eyes. That's what makes this actor stand out. Keith Gordon it does this thing with like this long stare, and I call it the Carpenter stare. And he always picks the right person that just has the most blank, dead fucking stare you can think of. And when he does that, you can tell he's definitely not Arnie Cunningham anymore. So like what Phoenix is doing right there. It's just that
It's
dead
not the
emotion.
Kubrick.
No, it's not the Kubrick one, but it's this we call it the Stephen King look.
Who also did Kubrick? Not did.
Is this the retired one?
that's the Anthony Quinn look.
No, that's the Steven Spielberg look.
Yeah.
No, you got to do this.
You know what Steven Spielberg did to Drew Barrymore on E.T.? Did you hear about it?
Yeah, he used to finger bang her all the time.
No.
If it's Spielberg, you have to put the light right in your face just like that.
Yeah, that's good.
No, dude, she was so young.
And it's got to be John Williams music. I love John Williams, but he does get a little over the top sometimes.
Yeah.
But I love John Williams.
Compensates for what scene would probably be really boring. Yeah.
Frank, did he rape her?
No, he made her think that E.T. was real.
Yeah, we already said you already told us this, Frank. You told us this last week.
I couldn't believe it. It's so fucked up.
So Christine,
anyway, Christine. So he parks it in the shitty garage with this
Darnell's.
Now.
Yeah, Darnell. And
another great character actor,
Robert Prosky. He's fucking great.
Yeah, he looked like
block this guy here.
Where are they from?
Shut your pie hole.
Where are they?
I know a punk when I see one.
Like, where are they from exactly? Chicago-ish?
No, they're in California.
This was shot in the same location that he shot Halloween.
Yeah,
so I think it's
if you
is
notice,
it California?
It's definitely California because the dates are like December, October, and they're still outside and it's sunny and
it's Haydenville.
Yeah, it's may as well be. Yeah,
what part of California?
That'd be Southern California, maybe Central Valley.
If I would have watched the commentary, I would have been able to answer that question for you, and I apologize that I forgot where.
You can look it up. It's on IMDb. I think they say where it's shot. I think it's the same place he shot Halloween. That's what I know.
Yeah. Yep.
Same city.
It definitely wasn't toward their home.
But do you think this movie is warranted for a remake, or it could never work?
No.
Don't do it.
No, do not remake this movie. Please leave it alone.
They will do it. They will do it.
Yeah.
They will do it. But do I want them to?
It's a great movie that has
Calabasas. Yeah, there you go.
It's a great movie that's made to 2021 without that happening somehow. It's a diamond in the rough.
It's a lot of Southern California.
Yeah.
So Calabasas and then
it says filming. Christine was shot largely in Los Angeles,
I
California.
said up.
Yeah, Darnell's garage is located in Santa Clarita.
Oh yeah, I know Santa Clarita.
Santa Clarita.
That was the gas station that blew up. Okay, let's fast forward.
Okay, so
talk faster.
Okay. So he restores the car. Then all of a sudden, he shows up with apparently the hot chick of the school.
Doesn't the car repair itself though?
Let him talk. Let him finish.
No, he repairs the car himself first.
Yep.
He restores it.
He
himself.
fixes it up in Darnell's garage, and what you just described is probably
I have the question there, but let Frank finish.
One of the best scenes in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he shows up at a football game with the hottest chick in school.
Oh, let me
apparent her.
Here you go.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Her shorts are longer than mine.
That. We'll talk about that. I have that in my agenda here.
She's not hot.
What else was she in?
Continue.
Baywatch.
Baywatch?
Was she really? Okay.
One of the Baywatch girls. Yep.
So.
The one with no tits.
She's this one.
Yes,
oh
that's
God.
right. Shit, I didn't make that connection.
Which
Holy
one of
shit.
her neck vaginas do you want to have sex with?
I remember.
Oh my God, the third one.
Right. They all had tits but her for some reason.
Anyway, Frank, just fast forward like super quick.
All right. So,
broad strokes.
Yeah.
Broad
Basically.
Broad strokes. That's fun.
Shutting down Frank.
That's fun. That's funny. That's funny.
Frank, continue. All right, Frank has left us.
He's dead.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all.
So the car starts to change his personality.
You know what I was looking for when I said, Frank, can you tell me the broad strokes? Guy buys a haunted car, turns evil.
Right. But the car also starts to basically avenge itself.
Yes.
And they must have used the word shitter probably 20 times.
Never gets old either.
Well, that really is the rest of the movie. The car takes revenge on the greaser dudes that beat him up in the school auto shop before. They beat up the car and take a shit on the hood, and then the car just tracks him down and kills him.
And it fits itself through this opening that it cannot fit. I love it.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, jump up.
It keeps going like, good, and like narrowing itself down.
You had plenty of time to dive over it. It's a car. It doesn't have hands. Like, anyway, my point being is,
has fenders.
It's true, and tires and stuff, and radio. But my point being is,
and Autolite batteries.
Well, only 3 times a year.
That's right.
So, my point being is,
gosh, look at Adam's picture. That she opened her mouth wide on that one. She's choking on Christine's dick.
wasn't she in Back to School with?
No, that was Terry Farrell.
No, that was her.
That was Dax.
Oh, the guy in this movie is in
the guy Frisk from
Yeah. Oh no, I know the guy was Rodney Dangerfield's son.
Yeah. You're a melon.
A mellish.
You're a melon.
Mellish.
Melon.
I thought it was mellish.
No, it's melon.
Yeah.
So,
was I the only one that was
Frank,
impressed by the people in me?
The car kills people, and then the teen is suspected, and then they beat it up, and then it regenerates itself, and then it kills people, and then it turns evil, and then they have to do an ending where they kill the car. I mean,
Harry Dean Stanton's in it.
But for some reason he's in the car the last stage.
No, he's in the car the whole time. That's the whole point.
I don't.
He's the killer. He's the killer. Yes, he is. That is absolutely.
That's the big reveal. Yeah.
That's the reveal.
Not the
no, it's him. Yes, it is.
Well, this is a good debate here because
even Carpenter said that's the case.
I mean, Frank or Adam, lower your head 6 inches. See how it's clear? When the car kills someone, it's blackout windows all of a sudden.
Yes, I know.
I'm not saying this for the first time. I'm explaining it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's blackout windows because it's supposed to be like you don't know if he's there, and that was the whole point. So now you're saying he is. I don't agree with that.
No, but what I'm saying is they show inside of the car during some of these scenes. Even though the car is blacked out, you see inside of Christine, and no one's in there.
I don't think they do. Because the stunt driver is in there. Of course, there's someone in there.
Yeah, the stunt driver's in. He couldn't see through the blacked out windows either.
Okay. Of course, there's a stunt driver in there. But I'm saying, as far as your...
that was a great sequence.
Like when it blew up. Moment. Yeah, when it blew up, right? No one ever got out of the car.
That's so awesome.
The whole time. And then eventually somebody opens the car up and no one's in the front seat. That's my point.
Exactly, because when it comes into Darnell's body shop, it's on fire, or it just was on fire and it's smoking still, and he comes out and nobody's there.
Yeah. It literally drove in
every time.
Because he got out before it went to Darnell's.
Okay, now you're creating this.
So Christine knows that he's got to get home in time because his mom's going to yell at him. So he doesn't want to be home before the curfew. No. It's a whole other movie in my head now.
He was like, "I'll swing on by home." So Maud is mad.
Christine, please don't get this movie mixed up with The Car by Dennis Weaver. It's a completely different fucking movie.
Yeah, really. Christine can literally regenerate herself on whim, but it's crazy to think that she could drive someplace on her own.
Well, she can't fucking change herself when she's a fucking cube.
Well, if you notice too, that's something else. You just brought up a good point. The car can regenerate after Arnie completely commits to the car. Because if you notice, he rejects the girlfriend after the car is trashed. calls her a cunt or whatever, shit her, pushes her, and then never talks to her again.
You did this.
Then he's standing there, and they have a love scene, all right, in the garage. He says, okay, show me. And they play sexy music, and then it regenerates, which is one of the coolest fucking scenes I've ever seen in my entire life. Before I understood the innuendo, it was still cool to me, you know?
You know
what's funny? I missed this scene. I don't know what you're talking about. But
it's the scene after he gets she almost dies in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, she dies in the car, and then the next day he says, I'm just going to get my wallet out of Christie, and then he sees that Buddy Repperton trashed the fucking car, shit on the dashboard, blah, blah. And then he pushes her out. The next thing you know, they show him in the garage. He goes, all right, we'll show these shitters. Now show me. And then that's when they cut right to the and the car
bad to the bone, bad to the bone.
And like once again, John Carpenter comes through with the physical, shit that he does.
Yeah,
I know it was in backwards. Obviously, it was in reverse.
Well, actually, what they did, I used to think that they did it in reverse with plastic and hydraulics is what happened. Yeah. So, and I didn't know that at the time. I thought they just smashed the car and then reverse filmed it. That's not what it was. So,
yeah, because I was looking at it, I'm like, how did they do that?
It's great. And it holds up well.
Magic.
I watched it today in 4K on a 65-inch screen, and it looked fucking great.
You know what's funny?
Exactly.
The reason I missed that scene because I was looking up IMDb trivia, reading about that scene. Where
my mom was doing that too.
And I missed it.
Great scene.
Yeah.
Great scene.
I hope to rewatch it.
It's worth it. That scene alone is worth just getting on the Blu-ray and just skipping to that scene and going right to it. Yeah.
Is there a lot of special features on the Blu-ray? Is it a good one? It's worth buying.
Yeah,
I need to get that one.
Get the 4K if you can. If not, if you get the Blu-ray, you still have the same features, but
right.
It's newer. I think it's like 2017, if I'm not mistaken, 2015, 2017. So the commentary is Keith Gordon and John Carpenter, and it's great. It's fucking great commentary because they're both directors, and John Stockwell and Keith Gordon both became directors after this movie. That's how impressed they were working with John Carpenter. They liked him that much that they went on to become directors. Yeah.
Look at that 12-pack.
Here you go. Here's the scene.
Yeah, this is when the 12-pack.
So, can you turn the audio up at all? Or
I don't want any audio.
Okay, gotcha. See, he says, "Show me." All right.
Okay.
And there you go.
This is the scene I missed.
This is the scene that.
It's a big chunk of movie you missed.
No,
it's one of the best scenes. Right
yeah, it's awesome.
It's really cool.
So, and they play the sexy music because this is like a love scene. It's supposed to be like a love scene because he's committed to the car and the car's committed to him. The sexy music because this is like a love scene. It's supposed to be like a love scene.
See, I can't mute it because it plays our audio from it. Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, yeah.
That's the way it's kind of filmed. It's kind of supposed to be that.
Yeah, every thrust it gets even straight.
Right. And when I first watched this, I was too young to understand the innuendo behind it. But now that I'm older, I appreciate the scene even more.
I'm almost 38, and
this looks great. I mean, this fucking looks great right here.
It doesn't look so cool.
Yeah, it's great.
What's innuendo?
Exactly.
Innuendo.
Oh yeah, look at that innuendo in her throat.
But after that scene happens, the murders don't happen until after that commitment, and the car gets even with everybody that destroyed it. Everybody that crossed it at some point.
Which leads to the theory that he's driving the car,
which he's not though, because
I don't
clearly show him not.
It felt like the car was taking revenge on itself.
Now, let me ask you guys a hypothetical question. As much as I love this movie, I think his girlfriend is a piece of shit. I don't like her. I don't think she's a very likable person. Am I wrong?
And her voice is so annoying.
My biggest problem with the movie overall is besides the car, there's no plot to this movie. I love the movie. I'm not
Stephen King. Yeah.
I'm just saying. Well, Stephen King has so many subplots. None of them are here. The girlfriend just shows up one day at a football field. They make out, and then she's gone for most. The best friend I forgot about because he gets hurt in a football game and he's out of the fucking movie for.
Well, that was the best scene because it's like
didn't he get hurt because he's
right. He's running. He's on the football field. He's running like he's got the football. He's going to go make a touchdown or whatever, and he sees them making out at the end of the field, and somebody fucking like sideswipes him, and he falls over that guy and almost fucking breaks his neck. So
but then he's out of the movie for the next 45 minutes, and
that's because
he's in the hospital.
Well, he's out of the movie because Gordy needs to be alone with a car to make him go full evil.
But
because his friend is his conscience, and without the conscience, he's done.
I would have liked the movie more if it was 20, 30 minutes longer. Because
there's like a shit ton of deleted scenes, so your wish could be granted if they get the DVD.
I hear the movie, the extended version is almost 2 hours. It didn't quite make it, and it wasn't necessarily better as far as
the scenes are not they're not game changers.
I just heard it was more.
It's already about an hour and 50 minutes. So it's not your typical 80-90-minute movie.
Him transitioning, because basically the story that we're basing this off of is American Werewolf in London. It's the same idea.
Yeah,
that movie's far better because you see the transformation, you see how it affects him, and blah blah blah. And this version, he just shows up one day and he's like, "I'm with this car now," and I'm like, I don't believe it because I didn't watch that. I didn't watch the transition of this character. He just showed up one day as a greaser and he lost his life.
I mean, Phoenix, you've never seen something and just all of a sudden just wanted...
I mean, it's very subtle, but it is there. Okay, it's him lipping off to his parents more and more, and eventually losing his glasses, and that is the transition.
Yeah,
that didn't work for me.
They didn't work for you, okay?
It didn't work
but
for
it's there. It's just not enough.
Buy a car without consulting us first. Everything is a committee here, and that's when he's like, "Yeah, it's always 2 against 1, so fuck you." I got it.
It gets to the point to where it's a complete role reversal because it's like he's rebelling against them to the point to where they're literally trying to reach out to him with anything they can get him with. They're like, "Okay, he wants a car, we'll buy him one." But he doesn't just want a car; he wants Christine.
You're saying that's a transition. I'm saying that is the other side of the coin already. That's not the transition. That's literally him switched over and already into the car.
You don't see the transformation happen.
Exactly.
It just happens. Yeah.
It happened off screen. You just have to believe it. And that's kind of...
I honestly think it happened when he bought it. That was the transition.
Well, the simplicity of it is he's in glasses and a nerd in one scene, and the next scene he's not. And that's it. That's the transformation.
They might have cut some of that too for the time.
One scene,
there had to be a montage
scene, literally just him taking off the glasses, be like, "Oh, Christine," and it could have been. It doesn't have to be like he's talking to the car already. It could have been like just him. He's working on the car, and he's like, "These things are, you're right. These are blinding me."
It's like this Tobey Maguire Spider-Man scene where he can't see and he takes his glasses. He's ripped.
I'll counteract that with this. Okay, there's that scene on the football field where he's making out with that girl at the end of the field. Would that scene have been nearly as effective if we would have watched him slowly transition into the character?
Would have been way more effective.
You think so?
That scene wasn't effective at all for me. It shows up out of nowhere.
I think it would have been...
I think that was the point. It shows up out of nowhere and it freaks out his friend so much he gets in an accident and almost kills him.
But our friend is not the main character.
No.
So...
but he's a sub character. He's pretty close. He's number 2 or 3.
He's 2, but he's like buried. But if
2 is
it should be told from his perspective, and we should see him watch the transformation. Instead, he just talks to his mom like after he yells at her. I don't know what's going on with him, and I like that scene. But I was like, I would have liked a couple transition scenes of
a couple more scenes like that. Okay.
Yes, where he slowly turns into that because otherwise there's no character development. It's just literally
so there's no deleted scenes with him transforming anymore on the DVD?
Not really. Yeah. I've seen the extra scenes and they're not. I've already forgotten all of them. That's how memorable they are. I've seen movies where there's deleted scenes where like, fuck, I wish they would have left that in. Perfect example of that would be like the original Terminator. There's a whole subplot where Sarah Connor and Reese are trying to blow up a computer factory that it literally is Cyberdyne. They cut all of that out. The scenes are beautiful if they would have put that in the fucking movie, but they chopped out the whole subplot.
You know what movie has the worst deleted scenes is Endgame. You can watch my Disney Plus.
I didn't watch any of those. Yeah.
When him and sorry, when I say him, I mean the guy and Black Widow have to decide who's going to die. There's a whole action sequence there where someone shows up and they shoot at him, And they cut all that out. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Actually, the worst that I thought was Attack of the Clones, which was already a bad movie.
Bad.
That was already. It would have been worse because there's a whole subplot where he talks to Padme's parents.
Yeah,
the conversation.
It could have been worse. It could have been much worse.
I fell asleep watching the extras. I'm like, Jesus, I'm glad they left that out. Wow.
I love the hatred that George Lucas has for his fans.
Frank's trying to talk here.
I was just saying that the Attack of the Clones is so bad.
I feel bad for Frank because he has the lowest mic volume. So if he's talking and anyone else talks, you cannot hear you.
Well,
Is
I'm loud, so that's probably why.
No, it doesn't. Nothing you do ever changes your mic volume. It just cuts you out. Or it makes me so I can hear myself.
I think the best thing about Attack of the Clones was George Lucas did warn us. When you watch like the behind the scenes of Phantom Menace when it leads into the Attack of the Clones, he goes, "Well, they're really going to hate me next time when I do a love story."
You can't do a love story, guy. Don't ever fucking try that.
That's what he said, and I was just like, no one knew how much of a warning that was. We should have all paid attention, and we should have intervened as soon as possible.
He can direct traffic, and that's about it.
Yes,
he's not
go
good
into
with
a fucking
actors.
intersection and
he could direct Michael Douglas and Erica Christensen, and that's it. And Benicio del Toro.
Fuck off. And those guys on what's it called, Adam?
Red Letter?
No, the Facebook group that Nick's a part of.
Oh, the bullshitters.
Bullshitters.
Yeah, and the Phantom Collective.
Phantom Menace.
No,
Phantom Menace. Okay. Yeah,
Phantom Menace.
No. I see their posts and I want to start fucking screaming. I'm like, just because Fox or whoever Disney made some bad movies does not make those prequels good.
No,
they are still worse. It's fine if you don't like the new ones, but it doesn't make them better by proxy. It doesn't do anything to the old ones.
No. Does not.
Anyway, let's not go down the Star Wars.
Please not go down that rabbit hole. Yeah. I don't want to do that anymore.
Is that you, Cunningham?
I'm having 2017 flashbacks all over again.
I fell asleep in the climax of this movie when they're beating the car up. I fell asleep. I had to rewatch it.
Well, it's that part of it is drug out a little bit longer than it needs to be. I think it kind of wears out its welcome. But I think what that was is they had all that space to play with, and they really wanted to fucking have like a big monster battle showdown, because that's John Carpenter. He does drive-in movies. That's what he makes. And
that's why he had the drive-in sequence here.
Modern style drive-in movies, and he wanted to have a big monster battle with the fucking car at the end. So they just
I still feel bad for Gordy though.
But the one that irritates me though, as long as we're nitpicking, always irritated me when I was a kid, is like that these 30-year-old teenagers that go into this fucking break into Darnell's garage. He instantly knows how to drive a fucking cat, like you know
because
that old thing that probably runs on diesel fuel and hasn't been driven since 1943. You know, I mean that big ass fucking monster Goliath of a fucking tractor thing. He just knows how to drive this. A fucking snot-nosed teenager knows how to drive this.
Yeah, with a fucked up leg.
With a fucked up leg. Yeah,
when he can't depress the clutch.
He's on crutches, but yet he still manages to crawl through the fucking window and get into the fucking garage to get into the fucking tractor. I mean, I can pick at that.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. It's not that hard to drive a Caterpillar tractor. It's really not that hard.
What is it?
He's got two levers. He's got this thing runs on a clutch, you know. Yeah. So
no, it's not that hard to do. And if it was brand new, it would work. It would be easy to drive.
Well, the thing he was driving was old. It was a beast of an old thing.
Bulldozer. No way.
He doesn't leave first gear, so you don't even need the clutch.
No.
He just keeps going forward at like. Whoa.
I was crushing barrels today with a Caterpillar tractor. So
I'll tell you what I liked. Actually, I liked the. Sorry.
Roughly.
Yeah.
It's not very fast.
Yeah, it's not. You're not going to go 55 in a.
But I tell you what, you never want to see it. You don't want to see a cat get ran over by a caterpillar. That's for sure.
Splat.
It's not nice.
I liked the love-hate.
Splatted a cat with the cat.
It was frozen like this.
Was it a bobcat or a regular cat?
It was a regular cat. It was like a house cat. It was petrified.
Tabby or a Maine Coon?
It was like a tab. I don't know what the fuck it is, but
right by my mailbox, a cat got ran over, and I just have to every day I get the mail. I do. I walk around the block because I'm in, recovering, and I have to watch that thing rot day by day. Because I'm not going to fix it. I have a flash shovel. I'm like, so every day I have to watch that fucking thing turn into
a shovel.
I don't have a shovel.
That's called nature. Just watch it. It's
interesting. Who doesn't have a shovel?
But at this point now, I live in the city. I don't have a shovel, Frank. At this point now, though,
it doesn't snow in Phoenix.
There's no fur. It's just a black spot on the pavement. And
and
I'm like,
they don't sell shovels in a place that's full of sand.
Yeah.
Where it rains maybe once every 3 years.
That spot to sell a shovel?
So this movie reminded me of two things. One of them is obviously
Futurama, of course.
Futurama is the second. The ending is exactly what happens in The Honking. Obviously, this came out after. I'm not saying
it's very good.
Referencing that movie, but it go into a fire pit instead. But it's also this episode and Christine are very similar to American Werewolf in London. They're very similar, so much so that the makers of this movie changed some stuff from the novel to not make it so close to American Werewolf in London. Yeah, I wonder if that's why they cut out some of the transformation scenes.
Probably.
Well, what I liked, I could have used a little bit more of, was the love-hate relationship between Darnell and Arnie. Like he's like, you put the toilet paper on the rolls and sweep up and shit like that. Do a couple of lubes. I'll let you have all the parts for nothing.
That scene was not part of the official script. They shot that literally line for line from the novel because they had to fill time. So it's literally from the novel.
But it's funny because he's in a junkyard and he's always squeezing this guy's balls. I mean, it's fucking. And speaking of squeezing balls, Munchie, I think his name is Munch. Let me double check the name.
Guy from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that guy. He's not the ball grabber though. The ball grabber. You're thinking of Stephen Tash.
Yeah. Electric shocks.
Yeah.
But the one guy,
couple of wavy lines.
He grabs John Stockwell's balls in the fucking shop class. He goes, "How you like that, dick face?"
Yeah,
you haven't.
It was so awkward.
Dick face.
That guy's in Ghostbusters, and he's the one with actual psychic abilities. But the hot girl next to him is who Peter Venkman is obsessed with.
Yes.
But the guy with actual psychic powers, he just ignores and shocks him every time, and that's what makes that scene fun.
Yep, that's the joke.
And Adam,
that's the guy we're talking about. This is the ball grabber here. He's clearly gay. All right, 1978. He's hiding not so well. And then the one that you guys are talking about is, let's see, we got him here. Let me just go back to.
By the way,
you're talking about Stephen Tash. This guy. There he is. That guy.
Yeah. He's from Ghostbusters.
Always has the same haircut. Looks like he stuck his fingers in the light socket and let it just fucking explode.
Well, he's been in what, 2 movies?
Yeah, this and Ghostbusters.
Oh, that's it. Here's the guy that sells him the car in the straitjacket looking thing.
And this guy's fucking great, and I've seen him in a lot of shit too.
He's the old man from Home Alone.
He's the original.
Holy shit! It is.
Yep.
Yeah. Character actor. He's been around for a long time.
The snow shovel guy. Yep. He's great.
Yeah, he's good.
He's fucking great. He is. He gave me the creeps in this movie. He did. He was the creepiest part of the movie.
We're all over the place. The main girl. You guys were talking in the chat beforehand, our private chat. It sounds like you guys are into her. I don't get it.
I'm not. I don't get it.
She looks good. That's as far as I'll take it.
I don't think anybody said they were into her.
No, I don't get the appeal of, like, out of all the chicks they could have possibly got to represent the hottest chick of the school, they picked this bitch.
Well, the hottest girl in the school is Kelly Preston. She's in the movie.
No, so much so that our side character, I thought was going to be the main character, is the guy who breaks his leg later. Kelly Preston comes up to him in the beginning. She's
coming on him through the whole movie.
I want to stick your cock in my balls, blah blah blah. And he's like, and he talks to this girl instead of Kelly Preston, who would sit there and like look over her shoulder. I'm like, Kelly Preston's way hotter.
Yeah,
and she's willing to settle. She married John Travolta. She's willing to settle.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, your suspension of disbelief kind of goes out the window.
She's dead.
Like, why is he hanging around with Arnold Cunningham? You know,
so she's way better looking than the girl who he dates, who suddenly shows up with a girlfriend, and that's I wish I would have seen some of those scenes where he got that girl and transitioned into that character.
Why can't you just be happy for Gordy? He got some
I don't give a
ass.
shit about Gordy because I didn't watch his transformation. He's just suddenly this guy. I go, oh, who's this guy? He's a different character.
Dude, he went from a virgin with a pocket protector to smashing in the back of a fucking
hot girl.
57 Plymouth, yeah.
He never fucks her though because Christine chokes her to death, so he never gets it.
Which one would you rather fuck? This one, or the older version or the younger version? Because the older version kind of looks better.
The older version because she's more experienced and can do things you would not believe was possible.
Nah, she's lazy. She's a lazy love.
I think you said love.
Yeah, she's a lazy love.
She's a lazy love.
She loves, but she's lazy.
Well, she's. I'm just saying, older women do things like, well, I can't move.
Sure, maybe they do.
Now, guys, I'm sorry.
I can't walk today.
Look at my name.
Christine.
Coming back from the dead like this car did.
The Strawberry Girl.
And also, the line where she says, I hate rock and roll is the stupidest fucking line in the movie.
I wonder if that's in the book. I wonder if that's the last line in the book.
I doubt it.
I don't have it.
Yeah, because apparently the heart of it was the radio.
Since we're all over,
smoke is in Frank's room. Are you on fire?
Since we're all over the place, okay. I was going to tell you what I thought the funniest moment in the movie is. It's not supposed to be funny, but I literally laugh every fucking time it happens. It's right at the end, just as he jumps out of the car and he goes, "Ah!" and he grabs the girlfriend. And then he dies. It's just something about the way they time it.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking comedic to me. I laugh every single fucking time. It's too stupid.
I don't think what's his name's that good of an actor to pull it off as well as
he knows he ain't. That's why he went to do directing. And he's been pretty successful at it, too.
And I think that's why Phoenix doesn't like his transition, because he's not that good. He couldn't do the transition.
I like the actor.
He's okay.
He just has the eyes. I think he's better at playing. Well, no, actually, I think he plays the nerd pretty well too. Though I can't say that.
How does he go through the window when he hits the desk? Is my
not wearing seatbelt.
It's just funny when he goes, oh, and he grabs.
I get that, but he would have hit the steering wheel, not went Superman through the windshield.
Well, let's pause right here because I agree with you. I don't know why, because he wasn't going that fast.
No.
But
and he hit a desk.
They needed to have a big reveal moment.
This is the first and only time we see him behind the actual wheel of the blackout windows when Christina's killing people.
I have a scene of that.
And you guys seem to think he was always behind it. I don't agree. I think this is not the first time, but
I like to think it's ambiguous.
It is.
It is ambiguous.
It's supposed to be ambiguous. I don't think it's there at the beginning. I really like when they killed the first guy in the gas station. He wasn't there.
I like it better that way because
he would have died.
He's a psycho. It doesn't matter. The car protects him.
Number one, he had a receipt to give him the alibi. Number two, how can he kill the guy? How can he kill Darnell by the way Darnell was killed? He couldn't have done that by himself.
The car killed him.
I think the only time he's in the car is that last scene.
We see it. I mean,
we see Darnell die. That's the whole point. The car does it.
I'm fine with it being ambiguous. I don't. He wasn't there for the car on fire. He wasn't there for the Darnell thing because he opened the door, and for some fucking reason, even the car's smoking still, he sits in the seat. How dumb is Darnell?
That was so strange to me. Like, it's like, ow, I can barely touch the handle to get in. Let me get
the script told him to do it.
Right. So, but he can't touch the handle because it's too hot, but the seat inside is cool enough for his fat ass to sit on it and not just melt to it.
This is a slippery slope that you guys are going down, because if we want to go back to that, how is this car moving by itself? We don't want to think about those things. Yeah,
it's different. Well, the car is possessed and the car is evil. That's one thing. That's a suspension of disbelief. I get that, but him being in there and the car protecting him from on fire, even though the seats themselves are smoking, no. That's there's a difference. You got to draw a line somewhere, and that's where I draw it.
The radio was still playing, and that's
I draw my line to when a possessed car kills people in 1957.
Stephen King doesn't know how fire works.
I'm just
Christine ball grab 1983, and this is the picture I found. So that's what I have.
What is that?
It's two high
Grab the
school
ball.
girls
Yeah.
basketball.
All I'm saying is, as long as
That's my high school.
Oh, you just reminded me. Remember that team they're playing in the football game? Why was their jerseys brown and yellow? It was so gross.
Shit and piss.
Because football jerseys back then were
Because
really.
John Carpenter's not a big football fan. That's what it is.
But it's
That's where you're wrong.
The Jets and the Eagles were the same color.
Carpenter's there's the look behind it. And you know what? This definitely looks like something out of American Werewolf right here.
Yeah.
This scene.
Yeah.
American Werewolf is a far superior movie.
Well,
Does
yeah.
anybody
I mean,
agree?
shit. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but they're comparable. Same
Also, American Werewolf in
apart.
London tentpole movie. Just saying.
Temple.
Not really. That's not a temple movie.
It's not a temple movie.
That's not temple movies are summer movies produced by studios.
Yeah.
That's a temple movie.
Okay.
American Werewolf in London is an independent horror
Yeah.
movie.
It's an independent horror movie, but it's fucking great. It's one of my favorite movies. And
Because any studio head would not make a horror comedy because horror comedies don't make any money.
I've never seen it.
but
See?
Jesus
I do want to
Christ.
share this. This is the football team, their jerseys, and you'll see here the opposing team. If I can find it here, wherever it is on this page. Oh,
The movie district.
is in brown and yellow. They are the most disgusting colors next to each other.
That could be red and yellow. It's just the
No, it's
color
brown.
looks.
You
it
watch
could-
they're in
That's what the
brown.
Redskins used to look like.
That's what my Pee Wee football team looked like.
Mine wasn't. Mine was blue and white.
Mine was
I
red,
mean,
yellow,
Yeah,
and
it's not the NFL Phoenix. They can only afford brown and yellow. This high school here.
That's it, yeah.
They got a deal on those colors.
they got Mexican guys and they got Asian guys. That's all they got on the team.
Gross.
That,
These are just things
that
you're gonna have
wasn't
to accept.
racist. Yeah.
Brown and yellow people. That's all you got to do.
Anyway, overall, what do we rate this movie out of 10? Dick, I told you to turn your phone off.
I did turn it off, and I turned it back on about an hour ago.
Phoenix,
I
was
didn't
that-
expect that to happen.
Phoenix, was that you testing him again?
No,
No, okay. Because like half,
because I told him not to.
because half the time I think it's you testing him.
No,
Grandpa, you got me in trouble.
I think this is easily one of Carpenter's top 5 movies. As far as popularity, fun, it's not one of his horror movies that has a lot of layers like The Thing. Okay, so it wouldn't be like The Thing would be higher up on that top 5, and this would probably be lower on that list. But
Well, this is a movie for hire that he did.
yeah,
This
I
is a
think
studio
it's a
movie.
good marriage. It's
No.
a good combination to put a Stephen King movie with John Carpenter. I think that this was a good product that he made here.
Yeah.
Did they?
I liked the transition with. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but I like the way music is used in movies, and of course John Carpenter's no exception. But as Frank mentioned, this one has songs from other people, but they still did something clever. Whereas when they're showing the factory sequence in the beginning, they're playing a 50s style song. Well, even after that, but then they flash forward to 1978, and it's a modern version of the exact same song. Like right as they show the muscle car pulling up that John Stockwell drives. I thought that was kind of a cool idea, So
out of 10, what do you give it?
out of 10, give this one a 9.
Wow.
Yeah, I really like this one a lot.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Clockwise? I also give this a 9. Definitely.
Any
It-
explanation or just 9?
I just love the movie. Like there's a 68 Camaro in it. I love it. It's beautiful. I like the story. I like the slight debate on when he's in the car and when he's not, which is cool. I just like the transformation of him. I love this scene with his parents where he basically chokes his dad's out and then it's like, I'm going to hit the sack. Smack, smack.
It's a nice scene, yeah.
He just alpha mailed his father so hardcore.
And the thing is the dad is like way taller than him too, and he just kind of.
But he's also half his body weight, even though our main character is still skinny. But he's like,
but he still carries enough. Yeah, he carries like he's got some bravado to him.
Like his dad should have been Eddie Deason, and that would have made just as much sense. Where he just
yeah.
He's got some moxie.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the word I was looking
Dick,
for.
what's your score and why?
I'll give it a 7.5. It's fine. It's good, but again, it's a made for a gun for hire movie. So Carpenter didn't write it. So I think Carpenter did his best job directing it. It's fine. It's a good movie. It's serviceable, but I don't know if I would put it in my top 5 of Carpenter movies. But I would say it's in the top 10, but not top 5. Okay. Because he only did 15 movies. I mean,
he didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, so I mean, you gotta. I mean, I would say I like his horror stuff a little bit better because it's more darker. This one's more of an adaptation of a Stephen King novel, so it's that. So,
is there something growing out of your fridge?
Probably.
Okay.
It's mold. He's doing scientific experiments. Leave him alone.
It's from a creep show. It's that green stuff that ate Stephen King.
Meteor shit.
Meteor shit.
Meteor
All right.
shit.
I echo everything Dick just said. I give it a 7. And that's a good score for me. It means I liked it with plenty behind it. 6 is like I liked it, but nothing for me. But it was fine. 7 is I liked it. I did enjoy it. I just wish there was more behind it. I wish there was more character development.
More character development. And I can see
cutting to a new scene and he's completely different person. I was like, where the fuck did this? I was like, we got whiplash. Those are the parts that I think would have elevated this score. I feel like I'm on Chopped or something. Your chicken parmesan could have been better if you that sort of thing.
That's what we want to do, yeah.
But it's. I wish there was more character development because that is a big thing for me. I wish, especially with this sort of movie, because he just transitions one scene.
And it is more style over substance. I'll agree.
I think they justify it by going, my brother, show that guy in the straight jacket again, and he goes, my brother he has the same thing in your friend's eyes, but that's all tell, don't show. And I just wish they would have showed it, and I wish I would have had more of that. But other than that, I really do enjoy the movie. It might be the John Carpenter movie I've seen the most, if not for Escape from LA.
Escape from LA, definitely.
I would put this his 9th or 10th best movie, somewhat of what I've seen.
It is definitely belongs in his top 10 for sure. There's some other little things too that I noticed watching it this time. The part where Buddy and the gang jump on top of the car, the way that they jump on the car like animals, they're literally making animal noises as they're going into the shop. They were literally ape men. Not so subtle, but still the way they handle it made sense. You know what I mean? It was a perfect transition there.
So we got 2 9s, 2 7s, that leaves with an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
it's fair.
a good movie. I recommend watching it. I would say it is definitely a good John Carpenter movie. I don't want to say anything negative other than those things that make it elevate for me. But that's neither here nor there. I can't really say because it doesn't exist. You know what I mean?
This would be interesting. You mentioned earlier, could this movie be remade? It sounds like you're kind of wanting a remake from the story.
I don't.
You don't? No. Okay.
I don't think you could.
Oh, it's one of those things where who would remake it?
More importantly, who would you have play Arnie? Because he's the character you wanted the most from.
Unfortunately,
who would you cast? Who would you cast to be Arnie?
This would be a streaming show now. That's what they would do with it. Because
think about it with a streaming show, you would see way more character development.
That's what I mean. Yeah, and you could build up the story of what happened to the person who owned Christine before. You dive into that story. That could be a whole episode in of itself.
Flashback sequences.
Yeah, because that's what a lot of these streaming shows do now. They'll have a 4th episode that goes back and tells the story over again from another point of view. They do that all the time now.
Yeah, but I would say, despite all my negatives as far as the story structure goes, not the story structure, because a movie you need certain things, and this is missing a key component for that for me. Despite all that, I have zero complaints about all the actors in this movie. They all did their job, and I didn't think about that when I was watching the movie because I just believed them. And that's a huge thing for this kind of stupid, silly plot. It really is. So,
it's one thing you got to admit, though, that this is back in that magical age where suspension of disbelief could really carry a movie a lot farther than it will now.
I think it still will. I think nowadays is just as valid as then.
You know, you can make the craziest shit. There's no way in hell that something like Big Trouble in Little China would have ever been made now. It barely got made when it did, you know? So.
Well, the problem with that now, it would be made now today, but it would be The Rock, and the special effects would be amazing.
It would not be
like,
China.
It would not be China. Yeah.
Like this, at least had the Stephen King name on it. He can make whatever dog shit he wants. Maximum Overdrive is a movie. You know, I love it, but it's fucking stupid. I'll be the first to tell you it's stupid.
That's a guilty pleasure movie
It's a guilty pleasure for sure. But
why are they doing this?
If it wasn't Stephen King, he wouldn't have been able to ever make something like that.
Fuck no.
I want to say the last time I watched Big Trouble in Little China was 1992.
Oof!
Wow.
Probably the last time I watched it.
It's a good movie. I like Big Trouble in China
65 times.
Extremely rewatchable. Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's one of the movies you watch as an 8-year-old like 5 million times.
Yeah, I literally just watched it like 3 days ago. Yeah.
I want to rewatch it. I have nothing against it. I liked it as a kid, but one day I was just like, no more of this. Okay, cut it out of my diet, my movie diet.
It's the perfect late night movie when you can't figure out what the fuck to watch. You're like, Big Trouble in Little China. Why not?
E.T., Goonies, and Big Trouble in Little China are 3 movies I went, no more. And I waited 20 years to watch it again.
Oh,
I never saw E.T. until I saw it on the beach, and that's the only time I saw it.
Oh, really?
Goonies, I can't see.
I saw it with a girl a couple of years ago. That's when I first saw E.T.
On VHS, it came and it had a green topper. Like, you know that part where...
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
See the video?
Yeah.
Part. Goonies never die.
Yeah, Goonies is not a movie that holds up as an adult. It's like Hook.
It's god, that's a good. Those are good examples. Those movies are like one and the same. They belong on a box set.
Yeah, but so many people love Goonies though, even as adults. They still
get it.
like. Yeah,
I don't get it. A lot of people like Friends too, and that's not something I enjoy.
I would love to see a Goonies sequel where the Spanish. No, but this is what the Goonies sequel is in reality.
Oh, Richard Donner out of retirement.
No. The Spanish government sues them for stealing the jewels from the pirate ship because he stole the jewels from the Spanish government. So they have to go to court. It's a courtroom drama. That's what Goonies do.
Sloth or whatever goes to jail for harassment at
well,
kids.
he's dead. Yeah. He died. We can't bring him back. He's dead.
Bradley Cooper now in makeup.
It would be Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper in makeup.
It would be Bradley Cooper in makeup.
Would it not be Bradley Cooper who would star in that movie? He seems like the guy that would show up for that.
How about Matthew McConaughey?
No,
he's too big.
I'll tell you what I want you guys to do. Go ahead.
I'm pissed. I need to be on camera for this. During the Super Bowl, they brought out Matthew McConaughey for a Dorito commercial with 3D Doritos, and I go, are we pretending this shit didn't already fail in 1997 when they brought out the 3D Star Wars movies?
I remember
forgetting this. 3D Doritos did not work.
Nope.
They failed miserably.
You used to buy the talking about
Doritos, and it came with a hologram for Star Wars.
I never heard about this.
Well, they were basically, it was like a bugle. It was just a triangle.
Yeah, they were gross.
It was a Dorito.
It's a puffed out corn chip. It's a
fat corn chip. Renamed bugles because I've never had one that made a sound like a bugle.
Well, that's a good point. It's a good point.
Look at this. It's 3D Doritos. And let me type in Matthew.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl this year, so I didn't see any of the commercials.
Have you seen Matthew McConaughey's last 2 or 3 movies? He'll take all the work he can get. Okay,
he had his reconnaissance. He's done.
It was a funny commercial.
He's heading into John Travolta stage of his career now.
I'm Flat Matthew.
It was a 2D Matthew, and then
what's going on now?
And he turns into 3D inside the vending machine. It was funny. It was fun.
Okay, that's fun.
But look, 3D Doritos, 1997.
Yeah, I agree. I remember those. Yeah, I remember I still got some of the holograms too.
I bought some by accident. They didn't even taste good when I was drunk.
Star Wars.
And that's saying something.
Yeah. Usually when you're drunk, everything tastes good that's junk food, as long as there's salt and grease in it.
Yeah, I got some of those in a drawer somewhere.
Yeah, these little things.
I got the Endor one. That's what I got. Is the one that shot the year.
I had
Oh,
all of them,
I wish I had all of them.
and I got rid of them.
Yeah, I know. Because you're an adult.
I'm an adult and I don't care about Star Wars that much. But we're pretending like it never happened.
Well, that's where we're at. We can't remember what happened 10 years ago, let alone 20.
Dude, the 90s are starting to take over, don't you notice? Yeah. You know,
the Power Glove's going to come back. Just wait.
Yeah, last decade was the 80s. Now,
there you go. Nice Stein there.
So, our next episode for John Carpenter review is chosen by Adam. I have it on standby, but I'll let Adam announce what he wants to watch for the next John Carpenter episode.
We're gonna watch Dark Star because I've never fucking seen that one. That was his first one.
Oh, okay.
It's a comedy.
It's PG.
It's PG.
It's not gonna be good. I'm not expecting it to be good.
I've seen it.
The official show poster here.
Never seen it.
I've never seen it either. So.
Yep. So
I have it on Laserdisc.
If it's really bad, we'll be making fun of it.
Dan O'Bannon wrote it. Who wrote Alien and Total Recall?
And he's in it.
And he's in it. He's a fucking freak show. Dan O'Bannon's a fucking freak show. That's the truth.
Yeah. Who is by the open freeway? Is that you again, Frank?
No, that's me this time.
Okay.
I have a neighbor that's got a muscle car that likes to show that fucking thing off. Sorry.
It's a Gordon.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's a fucking. It's what Frank would call a rice burner.
You better watch out. He's gonna drive his car through your room there and kill you.
I feel like it sometimes. He likes to rev that fucker for at least 15 minutes before he goes wherever he's going. Damn. But I do want to let you guys know though that even though John Carpenter is my favorite director, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to say everything he touches is gold. Yeah, I don't like Starman. I don't like that movie.
You should be fair. Like I love Frankenheimer. You love Carpenter. Not everything he did is
not
good.
Everything they did was gold.
Even watchable. Some things he did, it was.
You know, I didn't. I know he doesn't have nothing to do with it, but I don't like The Ward. You know, and I'm not crazy. I'm not as crazy about Escape from L.A. as you guys are.
Did you ever see Cigarette? Did you see Cigarette Burns?
No.
I have it. I have it on DVD here.
I do actually own Body Bags, which I liked.
Body Bags is fun.
Body Bags is good. Yeah. Body Bags is really the Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Better than Tales from the Crypt.
I'm kind of waiting on that. I don't want to choose it, but if you guys do, great.
Yeah, but it's good.
Next time on episode 5, we're doing Dark Star, and then after that, it goes to Dick, and then to me, and then back to Francis.
You know what? I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. Let's do Prince of Darkness.
Who's that?
Oh no.
We'll watch Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness is terrifying.
I've never seen it, so
yeah, I think
you'll be surprised because it sounds like it's something that's going to be really cheesy, but it's actually really fucking Lovecraftian. You'll like it.
I don't like Lovecraft, you know that, but
that's right, you don't.
The guy who doesn't wow me in any way.
It's very, 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 very limited Lovecraft.
Yeah,
it's Lovecraft in theme only.
Yes, kind of like The Thing. There's a trilogy of movies that are all interconnected by the Lovecraft theme, which is The Thing, Prince of Darkness, and Mouth of Madness. So if you like Mouth of Madness and you like The Thing, you might like Prince of Darkness. Is it as good as those? No. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Dick and I did that all by ourselves. So we'll finish out the trilogy with you guys. And The Thing is kind of one I hope we just wait. Because
everybody's done The Thing, yeah. Everybody's talking about that, yeah.
I did a whole podcast with Pez about
it. That one's got a lot of layers.
Well, it's like the best John Carpenter movie. So
it is his best movie for sure.
Best movie by far.
Yeah,
not even close.
Yeah,
Halloween might be the next one, and that's like way down below.
I would actually put on my list like Halloween would be like a 3 or 4. I would actually have Escape from New York higher than Halloween.
I won't disagree, but I'm just saying like as far as average person.
Oh yeah. Halloween's going to be way on the average horror person's list.
Average person doesn't even know who John Carpenter is.
So Dick is going to choose Prince of Darkness. I'm going to choose someone's watching me.
Cool. I've never seen that one either. Yeah,
and I have zero idea what it's about.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
I know what it's about, but I've not seen it.
That's my pick. So now we know in the next couple weeks.
Was that the Gary Busey movie?
I wish.
Someone was watching me?
That's our homework. Listeners, find me a copy of Hider in the House I can get. and I want to watch it, and I'll review it on BMB because I want to watch that because it sounds terrifying.
I want to see it.
Gary Busey your walls. No, thank you.
Hey, what you doing?
Anyway, LIWstudios.com for me, LIW TZ Review, LIW Anthology Pod, and also that doubles as the John Carpenter Review as well on Twitter. Well, what do we got going on? We're doing the BMB 3 right now on both our Twitters for B Movie Battle and Raiders of Lost Flicks on Twitter. It's narrowing down. We're down to 4 now. So we're in the championship rounds, and I'm dreading what's going to come up because I have to talk about it on BMB, and that doesn't sound fun, this show. I'm not looking forward to that. It could be Island of Dr. Moreau, for all I know, and that's going to break my heart to talk about a John Frankenheimer movie.
Well, technically that is not a John Frankenheimer movie. That was a movie for hire. So he didn't. That's not his movie.
No, I say technically it is a John Frankenheimer movie.
Oh, you're just too hard on John Frankenheimer.
No, I'm going the other way. I'm trying to distance myself from him. Technically, that was a John Frank, but
actually.
Yeah.
No. I think they shot about 40% of it before Frankenheimer got there.
I want to know how much the documentary I want to see that it didn't touch on of Lost Souls is how much of the finished version was John Frankenheimer, how much is Richard Stanley.
I think it's about a 30-70 split.
I think it's 90-10.
Maybe.
John Frankenheimer to Richard Stanley.
But then again, you got to remember, I think they were shooting before Frankenheimer got there.
A lot of that just
with
feels
another
like
director.
Like a heavy metal video with a lot of fucking extras.
So I wouldn't doubt it if that was the case. If Frankenheimer came in like 4 weeks into the shoot and they had to shoot something before he got there. So
I will say this though, kind of like The Room. Once you watch the documentary on the making of these things, makes the movie more entertaining to watch.
And also, you got arbitration because
when you know how fucked up things were.
Well, sure, yeah. Because there's guys that write on a movie script, they write maybe 20% of it, and they still get credit. Whereas the guy that rewrote 80% gets no credit. So there's that.
A lot of people like to jump up and down about how much they love The Room. I don't enjoy watching that one fucking bit.
You gotta watch it live with the crowd.
You either have to do that, or you have to know the thought process that went into making that fucking movie. It makes it, you appreciate it more.
Hi, Mark.
Yeah. All right, those are my plugs. Adam
at RaidersOfLostFlicks.com. You can find me on Twitter at Raiders_OTLF.
Frank.
RedDragonZero.com and LIW Studios or LoiteringWonderland.com.
Dick.
Sure. So,
Amazon. Richard.
Amazon, The Monster Monroe, Richard Pierce, PIRES, Another Night, Richard Pierce, Amazon. Go get it. Thank you.
Go get them, fuckers. That's it. Dark Star next week. And whatever the fuck Adam chose on the anthology show, I forgot what it was already.
Suspense.
Yeah, Craft Theater. I'll find one. I'll look around.
Well, I'll send you what I have here in a second.
Okay, I'll do some homework.
I'm Phoenix West.
Adam Wilcox.
And Break Links.
Rich Dick Ticket.
Oh,
forgot my name.
Yeah, that's that. I'm John Carpenter.
I'm John Stockwell.
I got you, Cunningham.
Cuntingham.